Hey. How y'all doing? It's good to see you. Hey, God's desire for me.
Hey, God's
Hey,
Desire.
Perfection Bacon.
Hey, Perfection
Hey,
Bacon.
Felicia.
Hey, Mona.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
Doing okay.
How's the weather over there?
It's raining.
Girl,
It's raining. It's raining.
Ivy B creates. Hey,
Hey,
Ivy.
Ivy. How you
How you
doing?
doing, Ivy? Ivy, is your email on your about page?
Uh,
Uh, Oh, you done froze in one position, or you just froze like that, just stretching? What's going on? I just need to know. I remember I stretched like that one time. I stretched so hard I passed out. Hello? Is there anybody here, or is it me? Did I? Oh my God. Well, is there anybody here? Say hey or something. Oh, doggone. Am I? Oh. Okay. I was wondering, is it me? What happened? What's going on? Somebody say something to me. Cause I don't know, cause I don't even see the chat moving. No one's coming in and says there's 15 people in here. Hit that thumbs up, you know. But do I have to go out and come back in? How do I refresh this thing without messing stuff up? Let's see. Oh, okay. See, yeah. Let's go back to the top. Yeah, let's go back to the top. Okay. Yes, I think. Okay. I actually did. Okay. I'll check it out. Darcia, how you doing? Good to see you. Is something going on? It's messing up. Let me check. Okay. Hey, Mike. How you doing, Mike? Profession, Perfection Bacon. She's froze. Yeah, I was too. Because the chat wasn't moving. Wasn't nothing going on over here. Look. Hey, Shanti. Am I saying your name right? I want to know. Bayou Sugar, how you doing? Why like she did? Yeah, I think she was stretching. I don't know if she was stretching or dancing, but look, Kiwi Crochet Corner. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. How's the bird? Let's see. We hear you. Oh, you was hearing me, but I wasn't even seeing the chat. The chat was just three. I think it was like three chats on there. Hey, Jones Truth. Hey, Carrie. How you doing, Carrie Pedersen? Pedersen? I hope I'm saying it right. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. The New Orleans Gardener. Hey, Miss Linda. How you doing? It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. I think we're having some technical difficulties or something around here. I don't know. Felicia got kicked out, but I'm starting to see. I don't know what's going on, so we'll just ride on. Kiwi is lovely. He is staring at me judgmentally from his. Oh, so what did you do to Kiwi? You look good and sound good to me. Well, thank you, Jones Truth. I appreciate that. Look, because I was beginning to wonder what's going on. Is it me or is it? It must be YouTube acting up because I was over there at Miss Linda's house and she had froze up. You good, Shantae. But I have no issues with how you say it. Oh no, I want to say it right, Shantae. Shantae. Okay. Oh, he's just judgmental. Oh, okay. Okay, that'd be cool. That's all right. It's okay. Say, let him be. Let him be. Yeah. But look, I'm gonna get everybody's stuff out sometime this week. You know, we was having issues and stuff around here, and I'm just now getting myself together. So I will be sending out gifts, and there's the pepper seeds I don't have that well, you know what seeds I'm talking about, but them pepper seeds I do not have. And I don't know. I think I done messed around and lost my moringa seeds. So if in somebody's packages, if my moringa seeds is in your package, could you please send me my But no, I think I'm gonna find them somewhere. I don't know what I did with them. I put them somewhere, but they not where they supposed to be. No worries. Just carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Well, thank you, Mike, for your permission to carry it on. But yeah, everybody is gonna be coming on in a little bit, you know. I just have to sit here and chill, just with everybody and see how everybody's doing. How's everybody's weather going? Mine so far is I think it's gonna stop raining now, but it's been raining pretty much all day, except for earlier. I went outside and I seen my tomatoes was like I picked up tomato, harvest one, and but it's just all the leaves was all brown and all laid all over the place. They just everywhere. So I went out there and snip all over the place too. So I made somewhere I could propagate, and some of them I just didn't feel like it's so much. I'm like, no, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Everybody got to go. You know what I'm saying? But I did go out there and cut up some stuff, and I end up propagating some of my basil because they had them shoots coming out. So I broke them off and put them over closer to the tomatoes. So we'll see what happens. I was out of town for 11 days. I have no garden but fruit trees and watermelon. Well, hey, I'm biased. How you doing? Oh, wow. I hate going out of town to come back and everything's all messed up. Supposed to go back to 100s this week. I ain't ready for round 2 of the heat. Me neither, guys. It's already been in the 60s in the morning, but heats up in the 80s. Oh, yeah. Here in Central Texas, it's been raining on and off for a week, 90%. Humidity and tips in the 70s, 80s. Not too bad for. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, you know what? It's raining, but I'm liking the weather. It's to me, it's not hot. This is nice. 70s and 80s. I'm loving it. This is and I was telling them this has been the coolest this time of year has been since I've been here. And I've been here since 91. And I've never seen it this cool. No. Kiwi over here trying to steal some of my root beer. Okay, we'll give Kiwi just a little bit. Oh yeah, and basil. Yeah, I propagated some of that basil because it's only one, and so I'm breaking them off and spreading it out because I had put a lot of seeds out there, and I don't know if the birds went and got the seeds or I put them in too deep or something, whatever the case may be, they didn't come up. So I'm propagating what I have. So I'm going to stretch it out and see how far I can stretch it. You still sound congested. Queen, how are you feeling? I'm feeling good. I'm yeah, I am congested. I need to probably take a treatment, but I wanted to, do my live and stuff, but because it's time for a treatment and medicine and all that other stuff. But yeah, I'm having the issues over here. Squash bugs got me evicting the squash. Gonna plant turnips. Oh wow. Even Seymour? Seymour got squash bugs too? I have not seen any squash bugs this year. I didn't see none last year. Hey, Tina. How you doing, Tina? I didn't see any last year. That's why I was wondering. I wasn't for sure if it was one of those that didn't get the bugs or whatever, because I didn't see none at all last year. Duval City Girl.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just
Yes,
waiting on
good.
everybody to come on and hang out.
Yeah, we sliding in slow.
He's out in the front yard all the time.
Who's
I
that?
don't know if they're eating it through the grass. So tall. Oh, see, with all the rain we getting, I know that grass is tall because you haven't been able to cut grass.
That's what
I
I
know
had
I
to do
haven't been
today.
able to cut no
Yeah.
grass. That's what's
Hey,
keeping me.
Shantae.
Look.
Yeah, my grass was up to my knees, and I just cut it like 2 weeks ago. Hello, Felicia.
Hello.
Look, you gonna go up and I'm gonna go down. Look. Okay.
Bella.
I had no bugs last summer. No, I didn't either. But I'm fighting bugs this year.
Hey,
And
Darcia.
it's been raining ever since I got that surround so I can spray the kaolin clay. But it's been raining ever since I got it. So evidently I don't need to spray it because the bugs is out there though. They out there. And that rain is keeping me from going outside so much. But I went to harvest me some moringa and I got my little squash and I got my little tomato is blemish. It's not ready yet, but I'm gonna let it turn red up in here. I ain't want nothing to get it.
What kind of tomato is it?
I don't know. I don't remember. I dropped a lot of seeds. A lot of seeds.
Hey, Darcia. Hey, Duval.
And I don't know. But it's this one.
Oh. Is it what do they call Marzano?
San Marzano?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to go back out there and see if it's still marked. Hey, Darcia.
Somebody in the basement?
Huh?
Somebody in the basement?
Yes.
Come on, that basement.
Good to see you.
Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, this is our special guest for the month.
I'm back.
D-Mood. Yeah.
What's going on? I saw your invite. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Yes.
Let me put the glasses on. I can't see.
I have questions for you.
Okay, let me get the glasses on. All right.
Oh, he gonna put glasses on so he can see.
I'm biased.
Would you like to speak to everybody before I go into questions?
I want to say hello. Who's that? I'm looking at my laptop because I'm looking at this tiny screen here. Hi, Miss Duval, City Gardener. Hi, Miss Felicia. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey.
And hello to everybody in the chat. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, Kiwi. Hey, Tina Bailey. Hey, Carrie.
that's about it. You need me to give an introduction to myself or anything? What do
Not
you want?
yet, not yet, not yet. Hey, Myra, how
Hey,
you doing,
Jones
Myra?
Crew.
And thank you for the mindful raid. Thank you all for
Hello,
coming and
hello. I'm
coming over there
sorry.
for Myra.
Hey, Miss Linda.
Hey, she is Sunshine.
Hey,
Hi,
Bonita.
Kiwi's Crochet. Mindfully Crocheted. She is Sunshine. Tina Bailey.
Hey, Ivy. Is it thundering at your house, Ivy?
Huh?
She live here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Look.
thundering at my house.
On the
Bella
dining room
fit.
table, you don't see my glasses?
Oh, I was going to say, no, I can't see
No,
your dining
you
room
see your
table.
glasses?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I had turned the mic back on.
It's rumbling over here, but it's kind of
Hello. How you
Sorry.
doing?
Even Bella fits.
How you feeling over there?
I'm much better. Much
Hey, Robin.
better. Hi, beautiful people.
Hello.
Hey, Felicia. Hello. Mona. Thanks for checking on me.
Yes,
How y'all doing
indeed.
tonight?
We doing all right.
I'm
Doing
doing
all
okay.
I
right.
got this. I'm sorry. I got this fan going, so I probably better go on off video. I don't want it to
Okay.
affect nobody.
Did everybody say all they hellos and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody
Hello.
pop in now, I ain't gonna be able to see.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we got the top line full, and when the next one come on, it's gonna be hard to see him. But hopefully, I see him.
Hey, Duval.
I used to
Hello.
Okay,
have-
Mr. D Mood.
ma'am.
Please tell me about yourself and your channel.
Hi, Serena.
Hey, Serena.
Hey, Serena.
I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm a small YouTuber. Just a little bit of gardening here and there. When I don't have a schedule as far as posting. It's more so like when I feel like I just get
You
up
feel
there.
like
Yeah,
me? That's
yeah,
me.
show some stuff, and I'm mostly sit in the chat and listen, and I'll throw a word or two or a comment or two. I believe in what I believe in, and other folks believe in what they believe in. And I just keep it pushing. So
Okay.
I got into gardening because I retired from the military after 25 years. So I was in the 1% of the 1%. I was a retired sergeant major. I am a retired sergeant major. So I said,
Thank you for your service.
Thank
thank
you
you
for your
for your
service.
thank you. So my wife was like, okay, you used to going 100 miles an hour. You a workaholic. I don't need you walking around here acting crazy. So I'm like, okay, I'm from Jamaica originally,
Okay.
and I've grown up with a garden all my life. My dad always had a garden. And I said, let me get my hands back into it. And this was 2014.
Oh,
And
wow.
my house sits on 1.5 acres. So I got a lot of land, right? And
Wow.
in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm going to plant all this land. I'm like, the first year was 2014. I realized I'm out my damn mind. And so I said, okay, I need to come up with something that is manageable and I'm not overdoing myself, blah, blah, blah. So I found Square Foot Garden by Barth Solomon. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah.
And I like that kind of farming. I, build a couple boxes and just grow some food. And then I started doing some container gardening with 5-gallon buckets. And then I found this community. And how I found this community was through Plant a Garden TV and Fifi's Urban Garden.
Right.
And I started meeting some like-minded people and sharing ideas, and Mike from Minnesota, just different things. And people started trading seeds. I talked to Urban from Canada. And, because you got to start thinking, okay, I need to build some kind of community, because when the stuff hit the fan, I need to reach out to somebody for something.
Right.
And so I need to find people that, even though I don't physically know you day to day, I have a affinity for you because I've met you online, and you kind of share some of the the things that I'm about. And so, you know, I did that, and I really realized real quick that some people are really passionate about YouTube,
Right.
and I am not a YouTuber like that where I'm trying to call myself doing it for money, because that's not what I was doing it for.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to get off YouTube for a while because I started YouTube in 2022. I've always had YouTube, but as far as posting, and I ended up having a stalker, and it wasn't a woman, which is I had a male, and
Wow.
this guy got mad at me because he wanted some fig cutting that he felt like I had because he saw me do a garden update, and I didn't send him a cutting. And anywhere I was, any chat I was, he would show up, and he always had something. I was like, now I understand why women be talking about stalkers. I was like, and I'm that guy that I can go from 0 to 100. The image you see of me on this screen right here, fluffy and nice and easy going, I can switch that shit off real quick. So I said, you know what? I wasn't really bothered with YouTube before, and this guy is really getting on my nerves. Now, I'm a straightforward person, so I'm going to let you know. So I told him, I reached out to him offline. I was like, look, bro, I don't know you, and you don't know me. And if you're going to be mad at me over a friggin' fig cutting, that's a problem.
Right.
But I can tell you where I live, and you can tell me where you can live, and I can solve the problem. I can get on a plane. I'm that person. So I just got off and started just doing my own thing because it was nonsense. And so sometimes I'm just being back in the cut. And the reason why I even brought that up, because I've seen so much nonsense in these YouTube streets, especially in the gardening community or in different communities, that there's so many other things going on in the world right now. We got too many things going on. We got election going on. We got a couple wars going on around the world. Now, people in the world right now, like in the States, they don't really concern themselves with that. You know, they're not worried about it. Me being with my military background. I think about those things because I still have friends that are serving.
Right.
And they could potentially end up in some foreign country for some dumb shit. And the reason why I say that is I have survived 3 wars. I've almost died 3 times, literally, in a foreign land. And I've always asked myself after I came out of a situation, was that shit worth it? And I've always had to justify why I was where I was, because what the politicians told me never made sense. But I had to put my own rationale on it because I have a son. And I'm thinking, let me go do my turn so he don't have to. I have a daughter. And some of my biggest mentors when I was in the military, believe it or not, were female. My first ever mentor was a female. She saw something in me that I didn't see in me. And she told me back in 1989, I was in Korea. I was 19 years old. She said, you're going to be a sergeant major. Just keep doing what you're doing. She saw it. I didn't. So 25 years later, I'm a sergeant major. And I when I tell that story, when I go do graduations and I give speeches and I'm talking to young soldiers, I'm like, if you have potential, sometimes you can see your potential that you can't see. And sometimes the people that are closest to you may see it, may not see it, but you just do your best. So I say all that to say, I'm an avid reader, I'm an avid gardener, and I appreciate the opportunity to come up here and just run my mouth a little bit. You got questions?
I would like to say good night, Kiwi, and
Good
you
night,
have a good
Kiwi.
one. So yeah, I got questions. We're gonna go get on to this garden of yours and these seeds that you like to pass out. So people want to go crazy about your seeds. Look, you had me going crazy over here trying to figure out about this doggone Korean melon. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. It was growing. And you never did pop in and say, hey, that's a Korean melon.
Literally, I was off YouTube for like 9 months. I didn't lose nothing on YouTube. I was on YouTube. You know what I was doing on YouTube? Watching movies. I was not in nobody chat. I wasn't doing none of it. I just got off YouTube.
Okay.
I'm one of these people. I'm fixative. I can fixate on something, but I can also switch stuff off. And I just switched YouTube off. My wife was like, "What? You're not getting nothing?" Nope. I ain't losing nothing over there. So I'm gonna tell you the thing with the Korean melon. There's a couple out of Florida. This guy, he used to live in Virginia. He was the first person that I saw planting. And I'm like, what in the world is that? And he was saying it was a melon that is a cross. The taste is a cross between a cantaloupe and a cucumber.
Yes.
That didn't impress me. I didn't give a shit about that. What impressed me was it was disease resistant and it was pest resistant. I was like, okay, how are we talking my language?
No, that's not true.
I'm gonna get back to that.
Okay. Hey, Bullfowls, go ahead.
She stopped me mid-speech. I was like, Okay. So he said that, and I was like, okay, well, let me get the seed. So I reached out to him, right? Because we know most melons got tons of seed.
Right.
And he said to me, I won't send you my seeds, but I will send you where you can get some seeds. I was like, that's cool. Send me the address. So he sent me the address, and it's called Kwanzaa Seed. It's an Asian seed market. So I ordered one of their catalogs. It was free. I ordered one of their catalogs. They sent it to me, and I ordered the seed. The seed, it was 25 seeds. It only cost 10 cents, but it cost me $1.50 because I had to pay the postage.
Okay.
Right. So the postage was the expensive part, the seed work.
Right.
And so I planted a couple and came in no problem. Tastes great. When I cracked it open, because it's one of the seeds that you can also eat the seeds are actually sweet. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to eat the seeds. I'm going to save the seeds.
Right.
So as far as the pests and the disease, the only thing that I've noticed, well, for me, I don't have the pest problem, but there's some kind of, I don't know if it's a blight or whatever. It gets these little red spots and then it just goes bad. But it doesn't do that for me because I normally pick it. As soon as I seen the little white lines, it goes from green to yellow, and you start seeing that white line come in, I harvest and let them finish ripen inside. So that's why it works for me that way.
Okay. Jessica. Hey, Jessica.
Okay. Well, Bugs was trying to get mine. I don't know what it was. Jessica, how you doing? But hey, Six Bows, how you doing?
Bows.
Hi, Six Bows.
But it was getting, I don't know if it was claws on there, if it was worms trying to get in there, but something was trying to get to it. So I pulled it up. And the video that I saw when the lady ate it, it was crunchy. So I'm like, okay, well, let me try this thing. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Look at, and you know what?
Oh, what happened?
That was the first two.
You're muted, Mona.
I hear you.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear her.
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Turn your mic
I couldn't
on.
a minute ago. It was.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, but a minute ago it was just buffering.
That was on your side. Because I showed.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
that was on your side.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
sometimes the internet will interrupt and buff while everybody doing their thing. Well, if you haven't had that experience, it does that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't forgot what I was saying now.
You were saying the first one that you ate was crunchy.
Oh, hey, Lynette Lawrence. Oh, I got
Hello,
another
Lynette.
one. But the ones that's coming now, I know it's a Korean melon because I planted it and it's got the label and everything, so I know what that is. But the first two, I didn't know what they was. I thought it was a squash.
Yeah, I mean, because that's how the leaves look. Matter of fact, outside in the garden now, I think I got about 5 of them going. I got 1 in a container, and I got about 4 in my square foot garden box. and I'm growing them all up a trellis. That way they're easy to. I don't try to grow them on the ground. I just grow them all running up a trellis. I got to do a garden update, and I kind of think that's where I'm at with the YouTube thing. I just do garden updates, or if I see something exotic around my yard, I'm like, okay, let me show everybody what I'm seeing. Because like my purple passion fruit that I accidentally found because somebody again in one of my YouTube was looking, because people look behind you.
Yep.
So if you have a clean house, if you have a trifling house, if you have something crazy behind you, you best believe people are looking behind you, right? So I was out in the yard and somebody was looking behind what I was doing and was like, "Hey, go to that leaf that I was on a live." They're like, "Go to that leaf. Let me see it." And they asked me questions. And it's like, "Oh, you got purple. You got passion fruit." And I was like, "What the hell is a passion fruit?" Yeah, and so I have an app on my phone where you can take a picture of a leaf or a fruit and identify it for you. So that's how I found out I have purple passion fruit. Now, I kept always wondering, why is the deer, when they come in my yard, they always go over there because they love eating the leaves. I didn't know that.
Right.
So I have gang in my yard. I mean, I have a herd. I rarely see bucks, but I be seeing ton of does and ton of babies. They just be on the side of my house. And like I said, I got 1.5 acres. So I have wild turkey. I have every critter you can see because I don't put no chemicals in my yard. I just like, nature is nature. Let nature be what it be. The only thing I do is I cut the grass.
Okay. And what zone are you in?
Excuse me? 7B.
7B. And I want to say thank you so much for them seeds that you sent me. And yeah, I'm gonna be over here eating because look, I done ate 2. I'm waiting on this third one to turn yellow.
Yeah. The thing with seeds is simply like, this is the way I look at it. A lot of these fruits and a lot of these vegetables have tons of seeds in them. If you just save them, right?
Right.
So anytime I have some, and I work on a 5-year plan. So if I save the seed in, let's say 2000, in 2005, I'm getting rid of that. The reason why in 2003 I've collected a new seed. So every 3 years, and for me it was something that I was trained.
Okay.
Professionally, the military sent me to a school for planning. Right? They thought I was a smart guy, and I think I'm okay. So believe it or not, every so many years, Department of Defense selects certain people. So I was one of the people that I was selected because somebody said I was smart. Somebody got to recommend you. So somebody told me I was smart, and they sent me to the school for military planning. Okay. And the kind of the way it works is called .mil PF. And how Department of Defense and large industrial complex things work, they work in a thing called .mil PF, and it's a 3, 5, 7-year plan. So every 3 years you're planning for something, and so you're following up in 5 years, and then you're following up in 7 years. Now that seems like a lot, but it's not. Literally, all it is a 2-year every year plan. You start with your 3, you add on something in 2 years, that's 5, and in 5 years add on something else, that's 7. 3, 5, 7.
Yeah.
And when I was first introduced to that concept, I'm like, this shit makes no sense to me. But then once I got into it and I started doing it and I started implementing it into my life after the military, made life easy. When I started introducing it to my wife and I showed her, because my wife always said, "You're always planning." I heard you ask a question on one of the lives that I was sitting in the chat. I think something last week. You were asking, "Do people do planning?" And you showed a planner. And I started laughing to myself because I am a planner, but I don't sit down with no chart because I'm like mapping out what's going on. Because when you're talking about gardening, you want to rotate crop rotations because you may have had a bad issue like with my tomatoes in a certain spot that I planted my tomatoes. For some reason, all my tomatoes came out rotten. They all had blossom and rot. It didn't matter that I put potassium there. It didn't matter that I put some gypsum there. It didn't matter that whatever I did, Epsom salt, they just would not take in that soil. So I had to know to move them. I think I heard Deval Gardner say something in that same chat that she keeps a notebook. So that was one of the things I had to start doing. I had to start writing stuff down in my little notebook, just like I keep up with the whiteflies. I know when they come around my area. Anytime starting in May, them jokers come around. That's when they start laying them eggs and them little green worms show up. So you start tracking so you can pay attention, so you know when to start covering everything up, putting some netting in, so you can save some. I'm all about sharing with them bugs and critters. I'm not gonna get everything. They're gonna get some, and I'm gonna get some. But when they decide to get it all, I gotta take drastic actions.
Right. That's right.
It's kind of the same way I feel about like critters. When I talked to somebody on a live a long time ago, and I said I use urine, and I got that from Lead Farmer. And when the first time I heard him say urine, I was like, urine? I was like, And I said, well, you know what? When I started using urine, I started peeing with intention. So what I said, like, when I said that, somebody said, you pee with intention. I was like, yeah, I pee with intention. When I'm peeing, I'm mad. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. You don't need to be. So I'm letting all my bad intention come out in my urine, and I would save it for like 3 days. So it's pungent. Add a little water on it and just spray it around the borders of the garden, not in the garden, around the borders. And believe it or not, most animals, they use their smell, and they will not come nowhere near the damn garden.
Do you know a farmer that is nearby me? She said, "All you can hang up your shoes, your old sneakers around your garden, taking in your old sneakers, and they because they're afraid of humans and any scent of a human, they'll stay away if you put it around the perimeter of your garden. Just take your old sneakers and put it around your garden."
Listen, my neighbors had 2 dogs, and I had to learn them. I literally went to the spot that they would run up on the fence and bark at me in my own property, and I just went in and I unload some bad intentions right there. Ain't had no problem with them since. They run up, they take a whiff, they don't even bark. They just look at me like, bruh, what's up? And what's up? And they walk their ass back to them because, I'm looking at my neighbor. I'm like, control your dog, because I will. It works. I'm like I said, when the first time I heard Led say it, I thought he was joking. I was like, that don't work. But I was like, you know what? What is it gonna hurt? I was gonna put it in the toilet anyway. Let me put it in a spray bottle. I went to the dollar store and bought a $1 spray bottle and save it up and just sprayed it. And literally, it works. Just the same way that like by my doors, I plant some kind of mint, trying to keep the pests away, trying to keep snakes away. My snakes, I have snakes. I have black snakes that I've seen. I used to get rid of them, but I don't get rid of them anymore because they kill poisonous snakes. They eat poisonous snakes.
Oh.
Hey, sweet thumb.
And I had a frog problem. For some reason, I don't even know if there was water close by, but for some reason, they just like to come out and hang out on my house. Well, once I left the snakes alone, so they took care of all those little problems for me. So my belief in nature is God created everything for a purpose.
Right.
Now, sometimes
you don't get attacked by them.
Excuse me?
You don't get attacked by them. You never got bit or ran into them, like.
So this is where I was getting ready to go.
Snakes don't attack.
Sometimes they get disrespectful and they come in the garage, and then I got to take care of their ass. Because I'm in the house, my body is doing what I'm doing right here. And as a man, that's the universal call to come here. I'm running there, I'm like, and it was a baby snake, but I tried to save him, but he tried to bite at me. I was like, nah, bro, you disrespectful. You're not even helping.
Mama somewhere. I was told mama somewhere. If you see baby, the mama somewhere.
No.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Well, like I said, they're the onesies or twosies that I've seen close to the house. I run them off. I've only had to dispatch maybe 2 or 3. But for the most part, if they're out in the yard, I leave them alone. because they like to get down into the vole holes and they kill the voles. They can't.
Ah.
Yeah, they kill the voles. They can't kill the moles. The moles will cut their ass up.
Yeah.
But, and I'll send you a picture, Mona. I have a mating pair of hawks that have lived on my property.
Oh wow.
They take care of they take care of the business. They will get the
They will
snakes,
get snakes,
the
rats.
squirrel, they get the rabbits, they get everything that's moving that's tiny. They get after it.
And
So
they'll get a little dog too.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
Oh, sweet
They'll
child.
pick it. If you got a little dog, they'll pick him up.
I ain't got one of those. So this morning when I went out there, I saw the couple. I saw a husband and wife. The male is really big. The female is a little small. And whatever they were killing on the ground, it took both of them to hold it down, and they were ripping it apart. And they were going to town with it. I was like, yeah, y'all handle your business. Do you?
Hawks hunt for fun. They hunt to eat, but they hunt for fun too.
Yeah, and so normally, like towards the end of summer, you will see both pairs, and then you'll see their offspring because they're teaching them to hunt. So
I've seen them pick up cats.
really,
There's a question in the chat.
So
They saying you have to use male urine only. Is that adult male urine or is it young?
Yeah,
or
somebody said adult only.
you know, I've been asked that question before. I mean, does it matter? Well, most. I'm gonna be controversial now.
Okay.
In the animal kingdom, the females are considered in the animal kingdom the weaker sex, but that's not necessarily true.
But it's not true.
If you look at a lion pride, who does the hunting? The female.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you look at a hyena clan, who's the boss? Female. So, but the thing about it is, other males can smell other males' testosterone. You can know when the dumb shit is coming.
Hey, girl, dad.
So where, like, when I was out in the field, there's times when, as a female, you can attract critters. You're releasing pheromones. Your critters. I'm talking about male critters like me and animal critters, because we're a pheromone-driven organism. That's how we attract or we ward off danger, one way or the other, right? So I've heard it both ways. People have asked me. I don't know, because my wife's like, forget me peeing and nothing you bringing outside. So it's always my urine. So I don't know. I don't know if there's any validity to that question for me.
She said her grandsons did it and it worked.
It works for me, for sure. I know that.
Yeah.
You know what? About the only thing I haven't seen on my property, and people always ask me, I've never seen a raccoon. I've seen everything else. I've seen foxes, rabbits, snakes, deer, turkeys, possums, but I ain't never seen a raccoon. I guess maybe I don't have enough trees or something.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a raccoon, are you gonna shoot it? And no, you're not gonna have it for dinner.
My philosophy on that is simply this: if I'm gonna kill something in my property, I'm eating it. So if I'm not planning on eating it, I'm not killing it.
You're not gonna eat a raccoon.
If I'm not eating it, I'm not killing it. So that's a no.
Oh, so you're not gonna eat it. Do you know it tastes good?
I've never tried raccoon.
I have.
Okay, good for you. I've never tried
it tastes like chicken.
Good night, Bamit. Have a good one.
Good night, Bamit.
Good night, Bamit.
Were you asking the question?
Yeah, I was asking, what does it taste like, Mona? Does it taste like chicken? Everything's supposed to taste like chicken.
It don't. No, that don't taste like chicken. That tastes like barbecue ribs.
Oh.
Yeah, it
I
tastes
don't
like
know. It
barbecue
tastes gamey
ribs.
to me. It
Huh?
just tastes gamey.
Oh, you taste it too, Duval?
Not everybody knows how to cook wild game.
Yeah.
Hey,
This was
Duval.
years ago. I haven't ate any since. It was like years.
Duval, are you in Florida?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you at, Mona? Where are you at?
I'm here in Texas.
And you, Felicia?
Alabama,
And I did not catch the other guest's name when it came up.
Robin.
Robin,
Robin. Where you at,
And I'm
Robin?
in Jersey. I'm in Jersey.
he's in
Oh.
Jersey.
Okay. I'm in Virginia. You're my metropolitan sister because I'm from New York City.
Ah. But you said you're originally from the Caribbean?
I'm originally from Jamaica. So I came here as a
Ah.
teenager and went to school in New York. As soon as I graduated, I never looked back. I don't know why I tell people I was in New York. I literally only lived in New York for 2 years. The only reason I tell people I'm from New York, on my enlistment contract, they put New York. And so on every piece of paperwork, I am forever tagged as a New Yorker. But I only lived there for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's long enough.
Hey y'all. Hey Bone Tired.
So you don't go back to Jamaica? I have a coworker. He just went back and he bought me back some herbs, y'all. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. He's supposed to come to work, bring him to work tomorrow. He just got back. He had to go bury his sister. But while he was there, he picked up some herbs to bring back, soursop and some other herbs. So you don't go there to get I know that I think don't they grow like okra and different foods in the Caribbean
Yeah, they do. And
that
yes,
they bring back here?
yes, and what I did was when I retired, that was my goal. And so I retired in 2014. So when I got up to do my little speech, everybody gives a retirement speech. Oh yeah, when I retire, I'm gonna do. And most people lie. When they retire, they say they're gonna spend time with their family, they're gonna travel to where they lie. Well, when I retired, I literally did what I said I was gonna do. I was gonna spend more time on learning my wife so she can learn me, and we were gonna travel. And we made a promise, or I made a promise to her that we were gonna go somewhere, 4 places. No matter if it's inside the United States or outside the United States, but we were going to travel. So we were living out of suitcases. We were traveling, and so yeah, I took her to Jamaica. Hi, Miss Georgia Peach Hut. So yeah,
Hello.
How you doing? Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's
Hey,
slow?
Georgia Pizza.
Hey, darling. Hey, darling.
How
What's
are
good?
you?
I'm fine. I took a little nap.
I did too. So what slowed the train down was the pandemic. And once that happened, I just pumped my brake because I didn't want to be in a metal tube with recycled air. If y'all don't know, inside of a plane is recycled air.
We know.
And
That's why folks get sick quick.
And my first 7 years in the military, I worked for biological warfare. So that's why I say the
Lord, they are greasy.
I'm not going to get no deeper than that. I just say some of the stuff that we were told, you make a judge on that, don't make sense. I'll give you this. You remember a couple years ago when we had the Ebola outbreak and they moved that one lady from Texas to Atlanta, and they saved her, but they wouldn't save nobody else. And they were saying that it was going on overseas, and remember, it just went away. They didn't have no cure for it; it just went away. All the Africans did for it to go away: practice good hygiene. They just wash their hands. So America saying, "Oh, we're gonna send you all this stuff. We're gonna send you this." No, good hygiene. Remember now, we had this thing happen in 2020. They locked the country down.
Robin.
Well, occasionally, me and my wife will go to the casino, and we go to the casino, and I'm looking at these people. You go to the bathroom. You are the ladies. I'm a man. I go to the bathroom. Don't y'all see people walk out, don't wash their hands?
It's not
and
true.
what do? They go touch those slot machines. They go touch the cards, and then you got to be right behind them. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of things that are preventable by just simple hygiene. Simple hygiene. Remember when that whole thing happened, what were they pushing? Wash your hands, wash your hands, use sanitizer. Why? Because, and I'm gonna say it, a lot of people are fucking nasty.
Facts.
My bad. Who was the brother on the panel? Sweet Thumb, that's D-Move. D-Move,
that's
Sweet Thumb.
Well,
that's,
we
that's
work with a lot of people. We grew up with a lot of people. We know that people are just don't have good hygiene. I
Right.
see it at work all the time.
and then
Yes.
They're freaking disgusting.
yeah, and just to prevent a lot of things is just good hygiene. It's just like with your garden. You got to practice good hygiene. If you're using a pair of cutting scissors or a trowel, after each time you use it, just wash it.
Yeah.
Just spray some hydrogen peroxide on it. Spray some alcohol on it. Just wash it off because you
Yeah,
could
they
take
say that.
bad stuff from one side of your garden to the next side by simply not washing your darn tools. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hey, Serena Renee.
You remember,
Hi,
Mona,
Serena, Renee.
you remember Mona, you asked me a question and I tell you I keep stuff real simple. Really, really. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Just keep your stuff clean.
So now, are you getting ready for fall right now? On your, or do you grow on all of your full acre, or you grow on some parts of it?
I grow literally. Um,
And do you grow in the ground in containers, or what are you growing?
so
How?
I'm growing in containers on my deck right now, but I also have square foot boxes in my
Hello,
yard.
Renee.
So I have 6 boxes. 3 of them are rotting. I mean, these boxes, I built 4 boxes in 2015 that they told me it would only last for 5 years, and they're going on 9, 10 years now.
Nice.
Oh,
But
wow.
the wood is falling apart because I do not use treated wood. Treated wood, the chemicals bleed into the soil, so you have to
Yeah.
use untreated wood. So they're finally decomposing. I'm literally watching the wood fall apart. So I just built 3 new boxes. Now, when I build boxes and do stuff like that, I do the video. So other people might want to see how a box is built. So I do a videos on those. So
Mhm.
so that's what I got. I got 6 boxes right now that I have stuff in. But pretty much I'm doing the container garden thing. Um, and as far as your first part of your question, what am I doing as far as a fall garden? I have
And
put
that's
in
for everybody. Is everybody prepping for fall?
Yeah, I've already done all my kales because all I'm doing for the fall garden is green leafy vegetables. That's it, or green leafy plants. So just kale, three different varieties of kale, and I'm also growing Jamaican callaloo, which is Jamaican green.
Mm.
So to answer your question that you asked earlier, yes, I do get stuff from Jamaica. So my mom goes every January. She goes twice a year. She goes in January and she goes in August. So you know, most Jamaicans go home in August time frame because that's independence. So she goes home. My dad goes home. So I get authentic. A lot of seeds that I plant are authentically from Jamaica,
Wow.
and I grow the West Indian pumpkin. I grow West Indian sweet potatoes. So a lot of the stuff that I grow is from the Caribbean. So what? So
Nice.
that kind of limits me. That's good, but it kind of limits me because you need to grow those in the summertime, warm weather, because that's what they're used to. They cannot
Okay.
deal with the Virginia weather.
Oh, right, right. Yeah.
Robin, I keep
Yes.
putting you on mute because you having feedback on when
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
what I'm
speaking.
background.
Okay, I'll
There's
put it back on.
feedback. Okay.
Okay.
When you talk, unmute so we can hear you. But when you're not talking, there you go. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I saw mine. I kept hearing it.
Hey, GT.
Hi, GT. Oh, God's desires growing Jamaica callaloo.
Excuse me.
I was saying God's desire said she's growing Jamaica callaloo.
Oh, okay.
Hey, guys, Desire.
See, I can't see the chat the way you guys see it. I have to keep turning my head to look at my laptop so I can see the chat. So that's why I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I
One
have
and two
my
are
computer
good
set up
for
in
two.
front of my phone.
Yes, they are.
All right, let me do that. Let me switch my space here.
Is anybody
Hey,
else
Nifty.
prepared for fall? Mona,
I'm
you
I
getting
said
have.
you
I
ready.
planted
went.
some seeds.
I went and bought the Pro Mix, and I dumped out a lot of my containers today. And I found me a shampoo ginger growing.
Mm, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna start. I had one bed I did. I had a lot of seeds that dropped in my cover when I was doing my indoor planting. So I just dumped the whole cover like in the bed. So it's a mixture of whatever grow. I have no idea what the seeds were.
So this is what I was talking about as far as a community. Miss Georgia Peach Hut, she I saw a video that she did where she was showing like her indoor gardening, her setup, and I was like, she did something, and I was like, man, I like that. But she wasn't saying how she set it up, and then I went back through all her catalog of her videos, and I saw a video where she was explaining how she set something up. And I was like, okay, I got it, but I'm gonna modify it. And what it was, I was trying to set up my ingrown lights. And so I got some gallon bottles, water bottles, and I filled it up with play sand, and I stuck some broom handles. I went to the Dollar Tree and I brought some broom handles, and I set them up. I'm gonna go grab it because I'm looking right at it. I'm gonna show you. And I see her nodding. She knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Did you get to
Yes, a lot of
sell
crocheters here.
at Duval? Did you get to sell at where did I send you to Walmart for $7 on the Pro Mix?
No, I haven't went back yet.
Okay.
So this is the thing. So I fill it up with play sand, and then I put the sticks in there, and it has the lights on it. So you can aim
Yes,
the light wherever you can aim the light wherever you want it. And
Right.
thank you, ma'am. I stole your idea. Thank you so much. It works
No,
great.
that's my light that I'm looking at right now. I use it when I come in here to get on the video, and actually, I'm using that light with the shop light right now too, and it just stays here to turn the light on to have light where I am, and you don't have to worry about it year from year, except for to change the light bulb.
Yeah,
So,
and that's it. I just went and bought a grow light. That's all I did.
okay, see, and it works, and I have about
What?
1, 2, 3, 4 setups just like that, and it's cheap.
It's
Hey,
very
controversial cruising. How you doing?
it's literally under $5. I mean, with the
Yes,
inflation in the economy right now, I don't know how much, but when I set mine up, I mean, I did all of mine for $20, and I got 5 of them.
see, and yes, it
And
works.
the beauty of it is I can directly put it over the plant when it's a baby.
Right,
And as it goes up, I mean, I can lower it, the light, and I can raise the light. So if
exactly,
the plant is growing, I'm raising the light up, and it's a direct sunlight right on the plant.
exactly.
Because I grow indoor greens. So I grow my kale indoor, I grow callaloo indoor, I grow peppers indoor, and all from her setup. And that's what I'm saying. You're a part of a community. If you see something that somebody does that works, give it a try. And that's what
Yeah,
I did. It worked.
that's what we are here for, to help each other out. And it should be no secret what we do, because we
Right.
want everyone to be successful.
Each
So,
one teach one.
exactly. I love sharing, Duval, yours was $13.98. Okay. Anytime you want to say, hey, I have a video saying $7, show them the video. A lot of times they don't mark them down because they're lazy or the people are not doing the job. And
Yeah,
there's a
because
possibility.
it wasn't
Yeah,
marked, but I showed them what you said. I went online and it was 13.48 online, so I had to go
yeah,
to customer service,
right.
and it was marked down, but they just hadn't marked it. And I didn't
See,
even check the cotton. Huh?
we need to just get in the habit of just stop selling for. That's what the people who came before us did. They didn't sell it for, and they questioned. And just go if you see something, somebody come to you and say, hey, is this price and it's not changed in your area? It doesn't hurt to ask the question,
Yeah.
Right.
I need
and
your
just
guys'
show
desire
them,
for you.
just show them, hey, Right here, it's the same store. Why is it different in my area and it's cheaper for these people in their area? Just ask them that question. You get a good response.
Right.
So I always ask the question, if we're showing you a price change on a product that's lower and yours isn't changing, yours is a lot of reasons why they don't change it. They want to make the money. The employees are lazy, they just don't make the adjustment or whatever. But just go to them saying, look, here it is right here on the web, or somebody showing it on a video. Why is it different here? And you'll get a positive
Yes,
response.
I thought that was the sale $13.98.
Actually, the sale $7. They just haven't marked it down anymore.
What are
Yeah,
we
I
talking about?
showed on the Pro Mix, the
Oh,
compressed Pro Mix. I showed on my
Right.
video, was it yesterday or Saturday?
Yeah.
$7. Now my store had the sign up there, and I didn't pay any attention. When I got to the register, it was ringing up $7, and I was like, "What?" So I went back again and got another one. So I bought a total of 4.
Right.
You know, because I was prepared to pay the $14,
Right.
but they're
yeah.
not advertising online for $7. But when you go in the store, always ask questions.
GT has a good point. Sometimes some of those sales are regional too.
Yeah, and it could be, but find out for sure. Make
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, I bought
So
a
she asked me when
electric,
budge.
what is it, a battery operated lawnmower, and I ended up getting it $200 cheaper because when I went online to look at the price, like you said, that they had was wrong. They just
Mhm.
hadn't updated their prices. So
Right.
the young lady at the counter was going, "Oh, well, that's the price." I'm like, "Okay, I appreciate your help. Can I talk to your manager?" I became a mini Karen for a minute. I'm like, "Can I talk to the manager?" The manager
Exactly.
came out. She looked. She's like, "Oh, you're right. We just haven't adjusted the price." I was like, "That's
Right.
no problem. Just give me for what it is."
Hmm.
And also,
Also, they match prices. They match
yeah,
prices.
yeah.
They're
So
supposed to match them.
supposed to. I said,
Right.
give me with the $200 off plus give me my military. I want
Hey,
it all.
Ruthie, this and that.
Yeah, yeah. But see, you actually went in and you did what you were supposed to do. You did not
Well,
settle
I'm gonna
for.
go tomorrow and check it.
And I see what Shantae says that they would not give her a rain check. That's a shame. I would probably still be in the store right now arguing with them about that.
I know
Um,
that's
you know, I'm just like that.
I'm that one too.
That's just the era I come from. I would still be sitting in the store. They have to pick me up and carry me out because why? Why not? Why not?
I know
You
that's
know.
right.
So
Because you know
allegedly,
what? A lot of us have lost the art of confrontation.
oh
Confrontation
yeah.
doesn't mean arguing. Confrontation just means proving a point. And
Right.
when I retired from the military, this guy offered me a job. It was I forgot what it was. I was gonna become VP or something, but it was literally they wanted me to teach them how to confront people. They had been so nice. They wanted me to come in and teach them how to be an asshole.
Oh, okay.
They did
Okay.
not know
I'm
how
gonna
to.
say because
They,
confrontation has a negative connotation to it.
right, but they did not know how to confront their employees on issues. They didn't know how to talk to people. So you're having a business and you're literally afraid to talk to your employees. That's just crazy to me.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? You know what helped them? When that thing that we just had in 2020, they got rid of all the people that they could get rid of while they had a chance to
Uh-huh.
get rid
Of course they
Uh-huh.
did.
of. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Albert.
Hey, Albert. Yes, well, you know what?
Hello, Albert.
This is really important, people. We teach people how to treat us. Remember that.
Correct.
Right.
We treat people. They have become complacent in these days and times because we don't protest. We do not be aggressive about what's right and what's wrong. And you're training them and teaching them to do whatever they want to us. And what you're doing is turning back the hands of time. So stop turning back the hands of time. Go out, ask the questions, be confrontational with, of course, with respect. But when you ask questions, things stop happening in the wrong direction and start rolling in the right direction. But you're teaching them how to treat you. And so you
Yep.
get what you ask for.
Right.
Stop teaching them that. So I'm just saying, be aggressive about when you go out and buy. If you know the prices is different in somewhere, some other area. That's how I got those 10 plus, trees, fruit trees. I saw the Bull's garden, and what he said he got in another state, another city, but same state. And I was like, well, wait a minute. And they tried to tell me it was left up to the manager. I said, well, bring the manager on here. Well, I was talking to the manager. Two ladies, they were the manager. I said, well, bring me the owner. And they stood there and looked at me. They said, how many do you want? Mona, no. Mama, no. And then I went back that same next day. I said, I want all the ones you got. I told her, I said, I'm going to get all of them for $5. She said, yes, ma'am. And I bought 10 more. And gave all the way except for 2.
They never mark our stuff down like that.
Shantae G is a great point. You have an option. You don't have to spend your money there. Walk away.
Precisely.
Right.
Precisely. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a couple of things that I used to always teach my kids. I said there's a couple of simple words that you can say to people. Yes, no, and walk away. That's it. Those are your 3 options. Yes, no, walk away.
End the story.
End the story.
Right there.
I do not have to explain a no to you. If I tell you no, it means no. Why do I have to justify what a no is? That takes me back to what I was talking about, the guy with the cutting. Now I've seen Miss Peaches, I sent you cuttings, right?
Yes, you have.
Hi, Carrie.
And that was because we had a conversation, and you said, okay, do you have this? And if I had it, I said, yeah, I have it. I'll send it to you, right? But if I don't have it and I tell you no, I'm not gonna go create it. And so that's what happened with that gentleman. And he wanted that fit cutting. Now, had he just waited till the season was out and I was cutting the tree down, then I would have had cuttings. But no, he wanted what he wanted right then, and I was like, okay, that ain't gonna happen then. So I don't know what to tell you.
Well, when your plants are producing, and this is what people don't get, and they don't do the research. You're not gonna harm your plant or your produce to give it to somebody else.
Exactly.
You're gonna wait to the end. Like I'm waiting till my items stop producing so that I can send cuttings out. But as long as they have fruit on there, I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'll send it to you when the fruiting is over and it's ready for me to go on ahead and cut, because I'm gonna cut it down anyway.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm not charging anybody for it, so don't be in no big hurry. I'm not even asking for shipping, even though the postage has gone up. But I'm just gonna send it out of the goodness of my heart. But I got to send it when I can send it.
Exactly.
Right.
It's fruiting time right now. You guys know it's fruiting time. We got to get what we can get and make sure our plants are still healthy. We don't want to chop.
Right.
So
yeah, I chopped on my Concord grape because the deer decimated it. So I literally just cut the whole thing all the way back. And I was shocked. I went at it today. It's already coming back. I'm like, why is it coming back? It's not gonna fruit. It's not gonna have time to do another fruiting.
Yeah, but it's still growing season. It's not too cold. If it was cold, it would not be coming back. But the plant is doing what it knows what to do.
Yep.
Grow. It's warm. It's the season is proper for it, so it's gonna continue to grow.
Right.
And right now in 7B, Virginia, we living in swamp season. I mean, this thing, we today was the only day it didn't rain, so we're getting ready to get back to it tomorrow and for the rest of the week.
Thank you, Jessica.
And my grass is just out of control. I mean, I went out there all the way past my ankles and to my calf, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Y'all must have sent some rain here because it's been a rainy day in Georgia down in here, honey. Ooh, for the past several days it's been raining. It's gonna rain all day tomorrow, and so you cut your grass, you go back outside. 2 days later, it's back high again.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
It's hard to stay up, but the plants. Listen, you guys, I did that video. I don't know if you saw it on the deck. Potted some fig trees, the ones you get in the box from Tractor Supply and maybe Home Depot, little stick. I looked at that fig tree yesterday and it's already producing figs.
Wow.
Oh,
Like 3 months ago or 2.5 months ago. Already producing figs. When I put it in there, it didn't look like nothing. And I said, well, I probably won't get any figs from it. And it started flourishing, getting all the leaves and everything. And I went out there today and it's full of figs, little baby figs. You know?
oh wow.
So, I mean, and then the rain, they love the rain. The rain does something for your plant.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
feeds
do.
it so
It
well.
do.
The color in the plant, the green in the plant. You know, you just have to observe things like that. So you have
Right.
to be positive about what you're doing. And I know the rain wreaks havoc on all of us, but we growing some food, so I'm not mad at it. I'm not, and I will
Right.
be
That's
doing a video update video on the 2 fig trees that I planted on video to show you guys how it went from a stick. I just get amazed at how what God does. You
Mm-hmm.
know, take a seed and you got a tomato plant that look like a tree full of fruit from one little seed. And that tree has millions of seeds within itself on all, you combine all the pieces of tomatoes that's on there. You know, learn to just look at nature and appreciate what is going on. You
Right.
know, miraculous. It's a miracle. Every time you plant something, it's a miracle. And you grow something out of that little bitty seed was packaged with all that stuff that comes up out of there. But we just take stuff for granted. We do.
right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really look at
Hello,
the
Southern girl.
we don't look at the miracle that's performed that we are actually doing. He's working through us, so we performing these miracles with him, with our hands and with our care, you know. So,
She
hello
got a question
everybody.
for
Hello.
you,
Who's that?
Southern girl, right there on the computer, on the screen.
How do you
Uh,
get your okra to grow? Is one thing I wanted, but didn't get much of them. Sorry, I'm off your subject. How do you get your okra to grow? Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okra's been very easy for me. But you guys see me put in my stuff and fire in the hole. I just use bone meal, blood meal, and herb, tomato herb, and drop it in the hole, stir it up, and drop their okra plant in there. I think I did. No, I didn't do the video. I planted some okra yesterday. I planted a seedling, but you can just drop the seed in the ground still now. Okra just grows fast. Now, if you didn't get much from it, you may need to have added some phosphorus and potassium
Yeah,
because
mine is pretty, but I only have like maybe 4. I have the burgundy okra.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
you got once it comes up and it looks like it wants to start flowering, you've got to give it more phosphorus and potassium.
yeah.
That's
Whoa.
Okay.
mm-hmm. Try
Okay.
that and see what happens.
Yeah, because I have
Hey, Jane
one
Doe.
already on, and I have 3 flowering.
Yeah, and do it on like once every. And this is just what I do. I'm not telling anyone what to do, but do it like once every 7 to 10 days.
Mhm.
Feed it and watch it start flowering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can cut back on the nitrogen because once it's up, it doesn't need a whole lot of nitrogen, but it does need the phosphorus and potassium.
Yep. And that's
What
what I do.
fertilizer
Plant on
do
a
you
2 week.
recommend?
I use so much stuff. I of course use the Alaskan not fish, but of course a fish emulsion, but the
511.
Alaskan bloom booster. I think that's what it's
Bloom
called. I
booster.
can't think of the
Yeah.
name of it. And
Yeah.
I use
More bloom?
more bloom. Yeah, I use that. Anything like a more bloom, anything that's high in potassium. The other one I can't name right now because it's off. Oh, Golden Bloom. I think it's Golden Bloom by Dr. Earth, but you have to order that online. But that stuff right there, that
I
Golden
have
Bloom,
Dr. Earth.
it's
So
that's
I
a
come
don't know
over
must.
what
here
happened
to
to my
Light
blue
Button.
bloom.
Huh?
Huh?
I ordered that
GT said, come
offline. I'm
over
looking
here to
it up right
Light
now.
Button.
Let me
Where
see
you at,
it.
GT?
Yeah,
Say I had to.
I got my crops on a 2 week fertilizing schedule. Now, in my actual garden box, I don't fertilize as much. I let them their roots go
This
directly into the soil.
what I
But in the containers, every 2 weeks, I'm giving it a liquid fertilizer and I'm also giving it a granular fertilizer. I used to make my own fertilizer with banana
Hey,
peel,
uh-oh.
and dandelion root and just different roots, and let it sit in rainwater and marinate for a week. Pour it off because that's concentrated. You can't just use that as is. You got to dilute it. So I would do maybe a gallon in 5 gallons of water, and that's what I would do in my container. That works great.
Okay, then my question is, do
Golden
you
bloom.
drop
Mhm.
it? Do you direct sow, or do you put it in that in the paper towel method? How do you get it to germinate? How do you get it to get started?
I do
But it,
both.
uh,
So it depends on what I'm doing. Like some of my squashes, I do a combination of both. Some I do in the paper towel, but when I'm doing the paper towel, I actually pop the seed, peel the seed completely off, and leave the green part in, and I put it on the paper towel. Quick germination there, maybe 2 days, and then I
Some people
direct.
don't know about that extra skin on there.
Yeah, the skin on every seed is the outer layer protection. That's why when you see your plants come up, if you ever notice, the seed is always on the top leaf, which is not the true leaf. Those first two leaves are the fake leaf. So that's the actual protective casing. So I just peel that off. I just wait till you have to do it. Well, for me, I do it when the seed is completely dry, and then I just pop it apart very, very carefully. Direct seed stuff like okra, I direct seed those. Um, and
Yummy.
my zucchinis, direct seed those. Some of the stuff that are quick to give you a fruit, cucumbers, direct seed. But the main things that I start from scratch is like peppers, hot peppers, bell peppers. For some reason, direct planting those, the bugs like them as seedlings, and the birds like them as seedlings. They
yep.
will go in and rip the leaves off.
Hello.
Oh,
Yep. Hmm.
So certain things you gotta figure out which ones in your area that the birds are gonna mess with or the critters are gonna mess with. That's what I would tell anybody. Look around your area, find out, and just annotate it, and then go from
hello,
there.
Auntie Ellen.
What I do a lot of times, if I direct seed, sow my seed in, which I very seldom do, I take the row cover and put it over the bag once I've done the direct sowing. So until it gets up to some size, and then I take the row cover off, and that gives it protection from the elements and from the birds and other critters. And that's what works for me. A lot of times, also, if you direct sow your seeds in the ground or in a grow bag or whatever, you have to look at the soil. Um, they don't like too much fertilizer, what have you, when they're first trying to grow. And sometimes that'll kill off your seeds and or just damage them or harm them. So if you putting things even in the ground, if you've been fertilizing right there in that area, it'll cause your seeds either to not grow or to grow slow. You can
Oh,
take some peat moss and put it on top of that ground or on top of the grow bag or whatever you're growing it in. Layer that about maybe an inch or two thick first, and that'll give the seed a chance to just grow in something sterile. And then as the roots go down and hit the soil that may have some fertilizer in it, that's fine. That'll work out better. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like put a top layer of peat moss or seed starting mix or whatever,
right.
maybe an inch thick, and then put your seed in there. That you want to get it a chance, give them a chance to get started. Then the roots will go down and hit the soil that has nutrition in it. All the nutrition that the seed needs is within that seed to grow, to start off. Then it'll hit something that'll help push it on up further. So, but that's just the way I do it. That's what I do.
Okay. Hmm.
Thanks everybody for going over to my channel. Those of you who visited with me, I appreciate it. But the name of the fertilizer is called Dr. Earth's um, Golden Bloom. It's pretty biotic inside of it, and it promotes buds and blooms and this stuff. And I don't know if you can capture but this stuff really works. It's kind of, I haven't.
What is that?
It's Dr. Earth's
Hold
Golden
on.
Blade.
I have the Dr. Earth, but I don't have that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't seen nothing like that. Okay.
And this stuff right here is thebomb.com, okay?
Yeah, I can see it better now. Golden Bloom.
Yeah. It really works. And that's what you want if you're not, or if your plants are not producing enough flowers or fruit for you, something like this, or the other one that we talked about. We'll put some blossoms on there quick.
What's the numbers on that?
The numbers on here is
2 something.
272.
Yeah.
Oh
272.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it has more phosphorus than anything else.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
what do
High
you use
phosphorus
it?
fertilizer. Huh?
What do you use it on?
I put it in some. I do 5-gallon buckets to make my fertilizer, and I put this in there. And I have some other stuff in there too, but I put this in there. And I put Super Thrive in there, that bucket. I make enough for 5 gallons so I can do a lot of plants because I have a lot of plants. So I use
Sorry
this and
about
Super
this,
Thrive,
Tom.
and I use Fish Emotion, and I'll still drop the More Bloom in there too, but I don't do a whole lot. It's a mixture of different things that I put in there, and my plants go crazy. I don't know if you saw the video with my bell peppers and stuff, how big they were. They're producing like mad. All of my stuff is producing like mad. Mm-hmm.
What Growing Hudson said she didn't realize it was 2 varieties of zucchini. It's
Yeah,
more than
that's-
2 varieties.
There's a lot of varieties. Yeah.
oh yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah.
There's a baseball type of the zucchini. I have never seen the seed, but you can order them. I'm like, yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Lots of stuff. Lots of different varieties on just one plant, one kind of species.
But you know what I've figured out after actively gardening for the last 10 years now? I'm gonna go back to what I've been saying. I just keep it relatively simple. What do I do that works? And all I do every year, I just replicate it. Because my first years of gardening, I was doing every little thing. I was trying every little thing. And I realized gardening is not cheap. You can get real expensive going down rabbit holes trying a bunch of stuff that you're not going to eat, and it's probably not going to go to fruit in your area. It's kind of like me. I have three different varieties of peach trees. I have not gotten a peach from them, right? So I'm on the 5-year plan. There's 2 of them peach trees that I've already dug up and threw away. I got one man still standing, and the only reason is it's bigger, and I'm giving it till next year. If it don't do nothing after next year, it is coming down. And I'm I'm going to use that spot to plant something else that will grow. Probably a fig or persimmon.
How long you done had the peach tree?
The 2 that I dug up this year, 5 years. Yeah. That's a 5-year plan. 5 years, nothing.
Oh, you say 5-year plan. Okay.
5-year plan. Because I mean, Miss Georgia did try to give me some tips on stuff to do, but it just wouldn't work. I mean, the Japanese beetles were just whooping me. They were whooping me. And it would just never, I wouldn't get, even if I could get some blossoms, because the peach blossoms be looking pretty, I wouldn't get nothing. I was just getting eaten out of house and home. I was spending money and not getting no bang for my buck, and I just got tired because I believe in effort gives something. If I'm putting all this energy into taking care of you, because I look at my garden as my children, my babies. I'm gonna give you water. I'm gonna give you love. I'm gonna give you some motion. I'm gonna take care of you. All you gotta do is give me a little something. Give me some fruit. Give me some vegetables. But if you just laying around here, you're going to play some Xbox and you're just going to eat up my food, nah. We got to dig you up and send you somewhere else. You can't lay up around here.
Yeah.
So I literally dug them up and I got 2 empty spaces. And what I did was I was mimicking one of my neighbors down the street. What I saw him do made so much darn sense. He said, we spend so much time planting grass. If you look at people in America, they will tell you how beautiful they garden is. They love planting grass, but they are not planting food.
Yep.
So he literally started an orchard in his front yard, but he made it look aesthetic because we don't have an HOA where I live. So he did it just in case somebody would come up and be like, well, you're making the neighborhood look bad. But the way he planted it, all his fruit trees, and then at the base of all his fruit trees, he put flowers. He put either marigold or something. He made it look attractive. And what he literally he has 7 persimmon trees. Now I went down there. You got 7 persimmon trees, all these persimmon. I'm like, hey, how I'm thinking he gonna give me a cutting. Man, he told me where I can go buy one. But yeah, so he gave me that tip, and then I saw what's his name? Grow Family Network. He did the same thing. He started growing in his front yard, and I was like, okay. So what I did was when I bought my peach trees, which I had a Georgia Belle, and Quebec something. I had 3 different varieties. I can't remember them off the top of my head. And I planted all 3 because all 3 were self-pollinated. They didn't need others to do. But I said, okay, let me get 3 different ones. And I put them all in a row where they would get maximum sunlight in the front yard. And they all grew, and but they weren't producing. And I finally got mad and I just dug them up. Now, one of the tips that Miss Georgie you gave me, which I realized I messed up, and I remember I asked you, and you said, where is the connection where you got the root base and the connection? And mine was below the soil, and I started seeing growth. I'm like, well, where's this growth coming from?
Yeah.
So that was a problem too. So I had problems. So I had to dig them up, and then I replanted it. I cut off all the growth, and I did that 2 years ago, and it started coming up, but still, I was like, I tried.
It probably already started getting messed up because you had it buried below the grass. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. The grass. Yeah. So I just went ahead and pulled them up, got rid of them, but I still got one last man standing, and or like you ladies like to say, last lady standing. So we'll see how that works. Just give me one. Give me one peach. I hear people complaining that they can't get peach because the squirrels are getting them. I don't even have that problem where I have squirrels getting anything.
Nobody was getting nothing. Nobody was getting nothing. Yeah, but you buried it below the grass. It was down that long. Yeah, that was why. Because peach trees are pretty on point. They're pretty, pretty sure things. So I wouldn't give up on them.
Yeah. Got one person to prove it, so we'll see.
Yeah. So and you said you put them in the ground, so you do have some of your fruit trees in the ground.
They're all in the ground. They were all in the ground. Two gone, one left.
Okay.
So I've seen yours on your video that they're in the grow bag.
Yep.
The grow bag hit and miss for me. I did watermelon in grow bags.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work for me.
I've heard people say that, and I have mine in grow bags, and they're producing out there. But I've been giving them some stuff.
I think it's because you use large grow bags.
Yeah, I use a gallon. Yeah.
But you know what? The 5-gallon buckets work for me. I mean, everything that I've tried growing have worked out the 5-gallon buckets. But the grow bags, hit or miss.
Yeah, I very seldom get 5-gallon bucket. But I'm in like at least a 40 to 50, 30 to 40, 50 grow bags. Sometimes I do 25 depending on what I'm growing. And then in the 30-gallon, you can fit 3 things in there. But with my pepper, it depends on how the plant grows. My pepper plants, I put 5 or 6.
Hey, Tracy.
You put 5 pepper plants in one 30-gallon grow bag?
Huh?
You said 5 plants in one grow bag?
Yeah, I have. In the 30-gallon, I do 5 pepper plants in 1 gallon, in a 30-gallon grow bag. There's 5 of them in there. But because of how they grow straight up.
Right.
So what I found,
I think the larger grow bags, I think you have more control over the moisture with the
Yeah,
larger grow bags. So the
yeah,
smaller
You
grow
don't have
bags,
to
it's hard
water
to
as
control
much,
the
yeah.
moisture.
right, right.
But what I found was I was doing the 5 gallon buckets, and I was riding around my area, and I went to a grow shop. You know, they specialize in growing herbs, the herbs that you. So I
Oh,
go up in there, and I'm like, I'm looking for some grow buckets. Oh yeah, we got all different sizes. And what are you planning on doing? I said, I'm doing some indoor gardening. This guy was just locked in, young
All
guy
right, GT. Good night.
into the herbs, and I'm
Right.
talking. I'm using it for vegetables. He's like, oh, okay. So I ended up buying a couple 7 gallon buckets and some 10 gallon buckets. It was relatively cheap. Actually, it was comparable to what I was paying for 5 gallon buckets at Walmart. So I'm like, okay, sure.
oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
So you have a
There's
couple
a
of questions in
question
the
in the
chat. I
chat.
see. Well, Shante G questions: do you have to have peach trees that are compatible to pollinate each other? And the question to that is no. Peach trees are self-pollinating. So, like I said, it's one of the easiest things to grow because they are self-pollinating. They work perfectly by themselves. And it
Yep.
seems like I saw, bye GT. Thank you so much for being here. It seems like I saw another question in the chat
See you, GT.
somewhere.
I like how she put the word question. That would let you know that there's a question.
See you, GT.
Yeah, it seems like I saw something. I don't know.
I think I was in Tractor Supply the other day, and they had their 5 gallon buckets for. I think they were, I don't know, 2 for $8.
How much?
You,
2 for $8.
2 for 8?
That's good.
that's
Oh,
expensive. Okay.
no, 2 for
I
8
got,
is
A
$4.
5 gallon bucket?
That's cheaper than Home Depot and Lowe's.
Yeah, it's cheaper
yeah,
than Home
it is.
Depot and
Yeah,
Lowe's.
but
I think
I got a couple
I think
free
Fireside
5 gallon buckets from Harbor Freight.
You got free? Did you say free?
Mhm. Yeah, all I just go in there and go buy a blade for 29 cents, and as long as you buy anything, they give you a free bucket.
Don't have me
Oh,
going to Harbor Freight tomorrow.
are
I
you
don't know.
serious?
I don't know if that promo is still on.
I need a new
I don't
blade.
know. So what I do is, if I see promos, because they send me all the coupons, if I see promos like that, I'll put it on my community tab.
Did you put it on your community tab?
Not this one, not the last one, but from now on, when I see them, I will put them on my community tab.
You're welcome, Shante. Okay, you gotta help us out now when we see stuff, because that's when I'm out. I'm always posting stuff. If I can do a
I'm
live, I
always
will.
putting
But
containers.
yeah, if we see a deal, Harbor Freight. Shante says she loves Harbor Freight. I'm gonna be loving them
Listen,
today.
that's how I got my tarps, because that's how I mix my soil on tarps.
Yeah.
I saw Harbor Freight was excuse me, Freight. Harbor Freight was like, as long as you spend $1, you can get a free tarp. I mean, it's not like
Hold
heavy
on,
duty.
wait a minute. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. See, you saying too much stuff right now. You just sliding this stuff. You know, if I could reach to this phone and grab your neck, your wife would be just bursting this. You
Hey,
saying all this free
Tracy.
stuff. So what's wrong
Hi,
with
I
you?
got you.
Tracy.
What's wrong with you?
Okay,
I
Y'all
got
hear him. Y'all hear this
Okay,
man.
you.
we need to institute Free Fridays
We need
right
to hear
now.
this information again. Repeat.
We need
What did
Free
you just say?
Fridays right now.
So
Friday video
I
on
have
all
I
this
have been
stuff.
scolded. I have been told my marching orders. I got it. Hey, I'm trainable. I acknowledge all, and I will act accordingly.
I paid
So
for
wait a minute,
my
Felicia.
tarp.
First of all, I can't hear you, Felicia.
I'm sorry.
You're in Alabama talking to Georgia, so come on, I need to hear you. But listen, Delu, let me make sure, y'all. I'm sorry, I got to pause. You said you go to Harbor Freight, run this down, and buy what for how much money and get what for free?
So
Yeah.
Harbor Freight, whenever they got little whatever they got going on, like the last thing that I did was the gallon buckets. As long as you buy a product, so what they do is right at the counter, they sell these little blades. It's only 29 cents. I go in there, I pay 29 cents, and I get my free bucket.
Right.
Okay,
You
bucket
just
number one.
got to buy a item.
So now you said something about a tarp,
A tarp.
TARP.
Yes.
Yep.
So you go
Same thing. As long as you buy a item, you can get a free tarp.
Lord Jesus, what we gonna do with this man?
He been keeping all the secrets.
What, Mama? What,
You
Mama? Where
don't
you
get
get it from?
you don't get the
Listen,
flyers.
I,
They usually
I
send out flyers
they don't send the
that
flyers
you
out
can
no more
shop
because
in.
they're saving money. They send out the electric flyers.
I'm
Right.
getting ready to add the app
But
to my
that's if
phone right
you're on
now.
the mailing list.
I'm through.
And all you got to do to go on the mailing list is go in there. Once you buy something, they'll get your information and they automatically put you on the mailing list.
I am
Right.
so through with you.
I got you. And whenever I see anything, I will put it in the community, or even I'll just send you a direct message because me and you be talking behind the scenes. So I got you.
Now you got me. I'll miss out on the tarp.
No, you know what? The one thing I could say about Harbor Freight, they always redo everything that they do. They always.
Oh man, and I was thinking about tarps the other day because I wanted to do some soil mix, and I said,
We
I
done.
just need to put it on the
Ooh,
tarp.
wow.
But I didn't want to use my tarp, so okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna be
So we
watching
we
you.
got Miss Felicia on the panel. We got Duval on the panel. We have Miss Peach Nutter on the panel. We have the Glamour Planner on the panel, and we got D Mood on the panel.
How you doing, Tracy?
Did you see Sweet Thumb's comment, Mona?
The buckets.
For
She in
Wally,
there.
talking about Wally. This
Right.
one,
Then the comment after that.
no, I haven't got that far yet. I'm
Oh, okay.
still. I just.
You all the way up in the
Yeah, I'm working my. That was next, right?
Right.
The buckets is 3, but I get 6 planter pots
6 inch
for
planter
25
pots.
cents. I'm still waiting until they bring in the Christmas stuff. What?
Where is that?
Yeah. Well,
Wally,
they
where?
have a good sale on their planner
Yeah.
pot this week.
Yeah, I
Clearance.
posted that on my video that the pots and everything are marked down. You just have to go in there and look and see what you
Wow. I
want.
was just
Hey
in there.
PIA, how you doing?
They don't
Glad
like
to see you.
to see us.
Right. I was just in there too. I ain't see that.
They don't like me. That's okay. They
Yeah, I
Well,
was in there Friday, I think it was. No, whatever. No, that must have been Wednesday. And they had all the containers marked down. But I don't need any containers. I'm still trying to find out what to do with the ones I have.
He just told you, I just told you, they don't a lot of times don't do the mark down like they're supposed to. When you go in there, now that you know, go and ask the question and they'll probably mark it down because they're too lazy to do what they're supposed to do, that or they don't have enough employees.
Right.
Hey J3GS Farm, how you doing? Is this a senior citizens time? No, because you're not up here.
When I went to your channel, it had the last video I saw was last month or something like that. Sweet Thumb.
On my channel?
Sweet Thumb.
Oh, Sweet Thumb.
Hey J3.
Hello, J3.
Is this the senior citizen time? Yes, it is.
I told him no,
yes,
because he's not up here.
No children allowed over here.
Yeah, but if you know something,
Good,
somebody
Mama,
put a video out or do a community post, and you don't see it in your area, just go to them and say, "Hey, y'all, what y'all doing? Have you not gotten around to marking it down?" And they'll take care of it. Usually they'll take care of it. I say that. Yeah, but Duval, are you growing? Did you say you're growing fig trees?
Who?
Are you growing any fig trees?
Fig?
Yes.
I have about 5 different varieties.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. This year only one actually put on fruit.
Good night, Darcia.
She said there's still feedback.
Who's got feedback? Jessica SMC says she has a fig tree growing. Do you know what variety it is, Jessica?
I know I have the what's that? The Violet, they
The
Rose.
Violet de Bordeaux.
Yeah,
Bordeaux,
I
I'm
have
sorry,
that
Violet de
one. I
Bordeaux.
have the Chicago
Sometimes,
Hardy.
sometimes
Yeah.
it depends
I
on
have
the store
the
manager.
yellow
That part,
pear
because
pig, I
I know
think it
they don't
is.
care nothing way over here.
You
It's
have the
still
yellow what
free
now?
there.
I think it's a yellow pear pig or something like that.
Yellow pear fig. I hadn't heard of that variety.
Yeah, it's yellow something.
Okay.
And I can't think of what else I got. I know the Chicago Hardy. Um, I can't think of the rest of them.
I guess my question to you also is: are you plucking in it? Are you harvesting any figs now because of your region, your zone, your grow zone?
Well, I didn't get but one.
One fig.
Yeah, I've gotten 3.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but my fig tree is loaded. They just haven't ripened up yet.
Now, which one is
Mine don't
that?
have
The
any on
black
them.
bears?
I have the brown turkey is the one that's loaded, and the Chicago Hardy. The Beers Black has not done anything yet. It's just sitting there
Okay,
looking.
let me go see. You gonna go out there and see what kind of picture you got, Jessica?
Oh, she don't have to go out there and check if she doesn't know. It should be dark.
Oh,
So, does your Bears Black have any figs on it right now?
No,
Okay.
it's just growing. Every time I go look at it, it's constantly pushing out new branches. I mean, it's not like pushing out side branches from the actual plant that's already growing. It's pushing up new stuff from the ground. So it's still in the growth
Yeah, I
mode.
see
It's
it.
not delivering fruit.
Mm. And
And
how
the
what
long
funny
have
kind
thing is,
of what kind of pig is that?
it's a beer black,
Oh,
and
bear black.
and I got it in a container. I got one in a container and one in the ground, and they're both doing the same exact thing. They're both growing. They're just not fruiting.
I've never heard of that one.
I actually bought those at Lowe's.
Really?
Yeah, I've had it now. This is going on year 3, and I still haven't gotten a fig from it yet.
Oh, wow.
But the only ones that I've gotten fig from so far that I've been able to eat is from the brown turkey and the Chicago. The Chicago Hardy is prolific, and the fig is delicious.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You know, the brown turkeys are almost a sure fit when you plant those. They're good at producing figs. But I planted the brown turkey first, and then I planted the um the Chicago Hardy afterwards. And the Chicago Hardy is actually it's caught up with the brown turkey and it's about to pass.
Yeah,
And they're in 7-gallon grow bag. I mean 7
yeah.
gallon buckets from
So somebody sent me a cutting of a Olympia fig,
oh yeah.
and
Yes,
I
that one also.
have them directly in the ground.
Ooh,
And this is year 1, so they're just now coming. So I haven't seen anything with it yet. They're still small though. So the person sent me 3 cuttings, and all 3 of them caught. So I put them. I had them in containers, the small containers, so they could root real well, and I put them in the ground. So they're doing okay. I'm hoping. I keep hearing good things about Olympia fig.
They're
And
good
I
tasting.
know Duval was saying earlier she has a yellow fig. I have a yellow one. It actually fruited. It looked like a pear and it was yellow.
he's coming
But
as on the guest.
my friend the
Somebody,
squirrel got a hold.
I don't know who channel that is, but can you take that off?
What is it?
It's not on my channel. It's on somebody else's channel.
On my
Yeah.
channel?
I don't know who channel that is, but it's on somebody else's channel. It's not mine.
So do I need to go to my channel and see if somebody's illegally on there?
Yeah. If you don't have no moderators over there, I need you to go over there and take that down.
Okay.
Yeah, that always throws me off. Whenever I come on and you're on, Mona and Miss and Georgia Peach Hut is on and Felicia's on, I'm like, okay, which one do I comment on, because I can't keep up with which. So I'm like, I just like, okay, I'm gonna sit on Miss Georgia tonight, Then the next time I go sit on yours because some depends on which one you're at. You can't see all the chats.
Well, only where you're gonna see all the chats is if you're up on the panel.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I
See,
deleted
that's
it.
why I keep clicking what's on here so that everybody can see what everybody's saying. Because we got everybody's live. Everybody on here is live but you. That's because you didn't hit that button at the top.
What button?
It's a blue button. Oh, you on your phone, right?
Yep.
You'll have to go off and.
Nah, don't worry about it. I don't want to go live. No way.
Yeah,
I didn't think you would.
What happened?
You have to
What's
go
your
to,
name?
I think it say more.
No. I'm good.
Yeah, it's Jane Doe took care of it.
Okay, thank you.
So I don't have to worry about because I'm still trying to. Y'all
Jane Doe
took
took
care of it?
care of it.
Okay.
The message has been deleted.
I'm gonna tell you what, Jane Doe be on it.
Checking too.
Jane Doe's a good moderator. I don't know who that is. Does Jane Doe have a page?
Nope,
No.
she's a supporter.
She's a supporter.
Okay, she be on that moderating stuff. And there's somebody on here that be always having jokes. Who is that? They always have some little quips.
That's Serena.
That's Serena.
Serena, man, she got me the other day. I was talking about. She was asking me, well, like, what's the difference between a vegetable and a fruit? And I'm looking at the comment. I'm like, what the hell? And then she cleaned it up with a joke. I was like, oh, okay. She one of those. She's a funny guy. All right.
What is the difference between a vegetable and a fruit?
Well, some things we call vegetables are actually fruit. Like a tomato is a fruit.
It's a fruit.
Mhm.
So it depends on who you're talking to. When you're saying certain things, they don't necessarily know what you're talking about.
So
Something like in the Brassica family, that would be
a
strictly
fruit is a
vegetables.
botanical
Something like
term.
potatoes would be strictly vegetables.
Right.
A fruit is a botanical term, and a vegetable is a culinary term.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll co-sign that.
Yeah, I saw when somebody had jumped in on my page. Thank you, Jane Doe, for getting them all. Y'all know I don't be knowing now. Then I'd be going out to
She
the
said
video
it's
and mama
okay.
be fussing. Huh?
We're getting some
Said there's
feedback
no
from
tag in her
somebody.
picture.
Yeah, I hear it.
I think it's you, Felicia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Say something, D-Move.
Yeah, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I
Love
had
you
to,
too,
I had to,
Jessica.
I had to
Take
plug
the-
my charger and I saw my battery going low.
Oh.
Miss
I live with my
Peach, they
charger.
say you don't have any mods.
Jane Doe is
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
over there.
I was trying to unmute you to see if it would if we were still having feedback, but it said I can't unmute you. You have to unmute you, Felicia.
Can she hear you?
I can hear you. I'm sorry, I was over on Miss Peach Nose channel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was
Thank
just
you.
checking things out over there. That's all.
Okie dokie. Thank you. Yeah. Because I was on Mola's channel still trying to go over to my channel and I didn't know how to do it. So
You
y'all
supposed to
have
be
taught
on
me
your channel.
everything about this in YouTube, university. There's so much to it. So I have to go back to class. Hey, Queens Crafts by Bridget. Thanks for coming. Somebody just rang your doorbell, Mona.
Somebody ring my
Bridget.
doorbell.
Yeah, that was Queen.
I ain't seen no doorbell ring.
They say they think it's
Queens just came to your house. Queens Craft. I was
Hold
just
on.
saying,
Oh, there I am. I was lost.
you're doing a lot of things. It's okay. It's okay.
How you
They
doing tonight,
think they say
Bridget?
they think it's Robin ceiling fan.
Y'all know,
not
y'all see I'm
Robin.
behind.
It's not
Not
Robin.
Robin.
My Harvard
It's not Robin.
7.
Her ceiling fan wouldn't have anything to do with the feedback.
No, it's not the ceiling fan.
What is it?
That's coming from maybe somebody having on more than one piece of equipment, or something's plugged into the computer or their phone.
Thank you for
As we
coming,
have them.
Shantae.
Oh.
Hey, Lynette Lawrence.
Love all of you. I
She
love
said
you
she's
too,
enjoying the
Jessica.
live. So, D-Moo, what did you already discuss everything
Thank you,
you're doing? I know
Jessica.
you're doing a whole bunch of stuff. We probably already don't ask you that question, but I'm gonna still ask again.
Okay.
Everything is in ground now that you say.
I have some things in ground, but the majority of stuff that I have in
Oh,
5-gallon buckets.
hey, Bridget.
You say 7 or 5?
I have some in 7-gallon buckets and some in
Oh, okay.
5-gallon buckets.
And your 7-gallon buckets you got from the big box store?
Yeah, I got from the grow store that's here, the weed store, I guess they call them.
Yeah, I need to find something like that. I'd like to get one of those tubs that you feed animals out of, like Pecan Grove or Deep South Homestead has. I want to
Okay.
get something like that.
Yeah, I just decided that, listen, I'm just gonna grow in pots and the 5-gallon thing this year, because I got off to a lazy start. I wouldn't say lazy. Let me clean that up. I got off to a slower start because of my weather. Last year, it was really bad. For some reason, it just stayed cold longer last year, so my growth window was very, very small. So I started off, I would say, kind of unmotivated this year, but I still believe in growing food so I can put food away.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to go to the store. I go to the store for some stuff, but majority of the food that I eat, the vegetables that I eat, I grow myself. All my herbs that my wife cooks with, I grow myself. My oregano, my thyme, my sage, my rosemary, all of those things I grow myself. And I've been growing my herbs since I started doing gardening, like since 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I grow my own herbs. Now, do I supplement? Sometimes I go buy stuff. Yeah, because for some reason I cannot master converting my onions into powder. I always burn them up, and I hate the smell of burnt onions.
How you burn
Yeah,
them
but
up?
you
Because I was using the oven on low.
Oh,
Even though I have a dehydrator, I just too lazy to sit down and actually figure the darn thing out.
oh, okay. Yeah, I did mine in the oven. I did pretty good, but I'm trying
Pause.
to think. You burnt them up. You had them
Yeah.
up too high.
Can we
Setting,
pause
or
for
you
a
had them?
second?
I'm over
Yes.
here fussing and you can't hear me.
Can we pause for a second?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me say what I got to say right quick.
Let
How
me make
you gonna have a dehydrator and don't know how to look? All you got to do is put the stuff on the thing and turn the button on. Look, it's that easy and simple. You ain't got to do nothing.
Get him, Mama. Get him.
All right, now if you scolded me,
Don't buy something and you can't use it.
you know why? It's been sitting in my garage since 2021.
wait a minute. Pause.
They getting you tonight. Uh-oh. I'm sure your wife would appreciate this.
I just want to say,
Hey, babe, they beating up on me over here.
seriously,
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
look at this face.
Okay.
Read my expression.
It says everything.
Okay, all right.
You don't even have to use no words. Your expression said everything.
You can continue now. You can't convert onions into onion powder because
But you know what's funny?
yet.
I have no problem
Hey,
doing.
LP.
I have no problem doing my turmeric powder, my ginger powder, because I grow my own turmeric and I grow my own ginger. No problem. And the other thing that I turn into powder is hibiscus leaves because I drink hibiscus tea. It's good for your blood pressure.
So why don't
And
you if you can't make onion powder, then why don't you just freeze the onions?
I do. I chop them up and okay. How do you mean freeze them? Because I'm already chopping them up and dicing them up and freezing them in freezer bags.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just freeze them.
Yeah, I already do that. But I'm talking
Okay.
about breaking them down even smaller molecules, powder.
Yeah, I did a video on my onions that my green onions that I did dehydrate in the oven. It was a 2-day process, and then put them inside.
I saw that video. I did see
Yeah,
that video.
you didn't see me burn that, no, did you? Okay.
No, I didn't.
Anyway,
I didn't see you burn anything
I'm
yet.
just saying. Then I put them in the coffee grinder and powdered them down. It was real simple and easy.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I have two coffee grinders because I powder it like all my sage. I powder my sage down. I powder up my oregano. I powder up my rosemary. So everything else I powder up and I got it because as fast as I make it, my wife uses it up. So and
Oh,
it's
that's a
right there.
beautiful thing. Yeah,
Excuse me.
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's cheap too because
Yeah.
herbs are expensive now.
Yes, they are. And then some of
I
them
need to.
are
I
tainted.
need to know. I have so much lemongrass. It's almost what 6 feet tall, and I just don't know what else to do with it.
Send me some.
Huh?
Send me some.
Dry it, save it. It lasts for years. Dry it, dehydrate it, dry it, cut it, keep
Is
cutting it, and dry it. It's so amazing. The benefits are amazing.
So just cut it
Grover
and
Hudson
dry
did a
it, and
video on how you make it into the rings.
well, I know how to do the rings. I've done that.
So is she asking how to do it, or she's telling you?
No, I know how to do that,
But
but
I'm saying
it's just so much of it.
it's growing
Send me
her
some.
Tincture it.
I don't have it.
Tincture, oil infusion. The benefits are amazing. I'll talk to you about that. But if you have it like that, you can even sell it. It's very popular in the stores if you wanted to sell some. But it's so amazing. The benefits of it is so amazing.
So Mike
Tincture
said
it, but
lemongrass
take it,
freezes
dry
well.
it right now.
He says
Dry
lemongrass
it
freezes
and what?
well.
How would you tincture? What would you use to tincture it?
If you drink alcohol, you can use a 80 proof to 100 proof alcohol. I tend to do vinegar and alcohol. For people who do not drink alcohol, I'll do it with vinegar. But you can tincture it and it'll last you for over a year. You only need a couple drops under the tongue when you need it for its medicinal benefits. Like it's an amazing herb. One of the newest ones that I learned about maybe about 6 months ago. It's amazing. Like I will talk.
Okay.
So I guess I was asking Growing with Hustle, was she asking a question as to how to process it? Was that what she was asking, or was she suggesting how to ring it? How to ring it? Was that a question? I think you wanted to know how to ring it. So how do you ring it?
Oh
Who was
no,
that?
Grover Hudson has a video on how to ring it.
Oh, she does have
How
a
to make
video.
the
Okay.
rings, yeah. For drying it and storing it.
Okay, so we'll need to go over there at some point and watch her. Uh,
I have my rings in Ziploc bags, but a lot of it I dry out to make. So I just made tincture and an oil infusion with it.
So if you put it in the ring, you dry it, dehydrate the rings, then you put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay.
Make sure that it's completely dry, and it'll last you for a long time.
There's a question right there from LP. So you guys air dry your peppers as well? Yes, I do. I mean, I don't air dry in a machine. I just air dry, let it sit out and it gets hard, and then you can crush it up.
What is that? Peppers?
That's
Yeah.
a good idea, Mike. I have,
Isn't it
cause I just
more
ordered,
beneficial?
I just
Isn't
ordered off Amazon a whole bunch of wedding bags, the little mesh bags. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna put them all in there and hang them outside because the sun is hot here, really hot. Ain't gonna
Right.
take no time to dry out. That's for sure.
is it more beneficial to air dry than to dehydrate?
Air drying is always better. You hold on to the flavor
Yeah,
color.
yeah. It keeps more of the nutrients. To me, it keeps more of the nutrients in. I don't know if maybe it's in my head, but that's what it works for me that way.
Yeah.
If you have a dehydrator that has the temperature settings, then you can dehydrate at a lower temperature to maintain the color. Um, but
And its
a
properties.
lot of
And its
dehydrators
properties.
don't have temperature settings. They only have one setting. And so air drying is better. The other thing is air drying is not possible if you live in a place that has high humidity.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not going to completely dry, and so you could end up with mold.
Yeah,
And you don't want your herbs tainted by mold. So you have to, be careful. You have to know what your humidity is. And I can't tell you what the numbers are. So you have to, do your research and figure out what the numbers are. There's some things that I air dry simply because they air dry fine. Some herbs I tie them and just hang them in the pantry and let them air dry
yeah.
in the house, and that's fine. Or I'll throw them in a paper bag and let them air dry in a paper bag, and that's fine. But some things hold moisture, and you have to be really careful about those. You really want to use your dehydrator for those.
Yeah, I found out the hard way about the mold thing because I air dried some whatchamacallit. Golly, it was just right on the tip of my tongue. But let me come back to y'all on that. God, I hate when I forget stuff.
Who was that said that they put theirs inside with wedding bags and put it in front of the fan? Air dry it
Yeah,
that way, and I guess that cuts down on the molding.
Mold.
yeah, that'll
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Keeping the
So
air
that's
moving.
a good idea.
Shantae said that she have yet to purchase a fig. Right now, I know most places have them on clearance. I know Home Depot. I mean, Wally World, Tractor Supply, and I want to say Home Depot had some on clearance.
You
So
can
they're
find
marking a lot of
figs
the
around
trees
here.
down right now.
Yeah.
I think they
But
was
a
like
lot of them are in
$2
sad
at Wally
shape
World.
too, because
So I
a
remember what
lot
I
of
was
them are
talking
bad
about.
shape.
My bay leaf. Last year I dried them, and it was nice and crisp. And I loaded it up in those half-gallon mason jars and vacuum sealed, right? And then I went into my pantry and I'm looking. I'm like, they look funny. And I opened it up, and you could really smell the mold. I had to throw all that. I literally just threw the mason jar away, which I didn't have to. I could have just sanitized it and used it, but I just threw the whole thing away. But
So
yeah,
bay leaves are
if you don't dry
interesting.
your stuff well, it will definitely turn to mold.
Bay
Right.
leaves are interesting because bay leaves are in the same family as like a magnolia. It's a laurel in the laurel family, and they have
Hmm.
a waxy leaf. It actually has a waxy coating on the leaf that holds moisture in. So you're gonna have to be really careful when you dehydrate those to make sure that they're completely dry, because they grow in an area where they need that wax. So yeah, some
Yeah,
things,
I dehydrated some of mine also.
yeah, some things you can, are easy to dehydrate. Other things work against you.
Right, right.
But the nice
I
thing
need.
about bay leaves is that the oils in the leaves are usually anti.
Fungal.
I would think they would be antifungal. That's really weird. Maybe because it was closed and sealed.
They have to really be dry. I mean, super, super dry. And actually, I don't think you really have to dry the bay leaves. You can just leave them out, pluck
Yeah.
them and leave them out. Just leave them out and then use them as you know want to use them. I would not put them in a concealed container until I've had them for like maybe several weeks, something like that.
Yeah. There's some things like that, like bay leaves might be one of those that you can just string
So these are
and
the bay
hang them
leaves
in
that
your
I did in
house. And then as you
2023.
need them, use them.
Those are the ones you did in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then these are the ones that I've done this year so far.
Are those
Can
laurel
you
bay
take
leaves?
one out the jar and hold it up?
Sure.
Did your color change much?
Did a
Yeah,
what?
it's gonna lose the color.
Huh?
They usually turn brown. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
That's what
yeah.
mine looks like. Mine look like that.
And they smell so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is that
mine
a,
And
look
what
is
is
that a,
that?
And these were
Bay
just
leaves.
I just air dry those.
yeah? Are those
I
a
need some
laurel?
cuttings. Some bay leaf. You got some cuttings on the bay leaf?
You know,
No.
I mean every year I cut my tree down. So
Send me some.
because I keep it in containers. So when I cut it down at the end of the year, I
Yes.
just send you a piece. I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know how you get it to catch. I've never done
You got
cutting.
you got my address.
I
Send
do.
it.
I told you I had your cuttings.
Let me just
Hey,
tell you something
I
about
want one from
nerve.
you and one from him. Look.
Duval, let me
I'm
just
just
tell you
trying to
something
get
about
it to
Mona.
root.
Roy, what
And
happened? Why are you throwing your bay leaves away when they turn brown? I mean, they're still good. They just,
Duval, let me
dehydrated
just tell
them.
you something about Mona. She gonna ask for something. If you say you got something, she gonna ask for it. She don't care if
hey,
18 people done said they gonna
a
send it.
closed mouth don't get fed.
She gonna ask for it. She don't care if she get it from 18 different people. She gonna
Felicia, we
ask
can't
for it.
hear you.
Then that mean I'm gonna get it right one
Yeah,
way
you
or
That
the
means,
other.
look, and
Felicia,
that means one of them gonna grow.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Yes, Serena.
Felicia, turn your mic up. You don't wanna? Having trouble hearing you. I don't know. You sound mousy.
I
You over there
can't help
playing.
it. There's something that happens to my machine. I think it has a I think it adjusts based on my voice.
Okay.
And it will do some weird stuff and it'll make it sound like I'm far, far away.
Okay. Okay.
There's nothing I can do about it. It goes in and out. I can't change it.
Yeah.
Yes, Troy, what husband? Now you know. Don't throw those bay leaves away, darling.
Bay leaves have a lot of functionality. I mean, I put them in my rice to keep past weevil because that's what we used to do in Jamaica. We would put them in
Put
rice,
in your
flour,
rice and your flour
and
and your
we would
grits
dry
and your
them, crush them up,
cornmeal.
and sprinkle them along the borders of your property. They keep down roaches, rodents, stuff like that. They're a lot of good uses.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
need I need a bunch of
I
those.
put a bay leaf in almost any kind of any kind of herbs or seasonings that I have. I'll put a
If
whole bay leaf in the jar of everything.
you want to get your rice that you cook aromatic, when you boil your rice, just drop 1 or 2 bay leaves in there. It will make your rice just taste
anything
great.
that you're storing, any grains that you're storing, corn, wheat, rice, grits, any pasta, anything like that that you're storing long term, throw a bay leaf in there.
Yep.
Throw a bay leaf in
But
there.
when you cooking it, can you use like say just break off a bay leaf and throw in there when you're cooking?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't use bay leaves much.
Just don't eat it.
You don't eat
Yeah,
it.
don't eat it.
Yeah,
Right.
just don't eat it. Just set it to the side. And when I cook with bay leaves, I make sure I keep a count. How many did I put in so I can
Right, right.
remember?
I
Yeah.
do that.
Because you do
Yeah.
need to take them out.
And
The other thing,
the thing I love about bay leaves, when they hydrate, they fluff up to their original condition.
Oh,
Now, I'm gonna show you what I mean. Let me see if I can find one. Because sometimes when you dry them, they'll completely crinkle up. But once you
right.
put them in whatever, I guess it's the heat and the moisture, they just open all the way up. So it's not hard to find them once you do that. And the thing I love about these is, there's certain things that once you seal it up, if you open it constantly, it will go to mildew. Not bay leaf. Once your bay leaf is truly dried, it's good to go, and
yeah,
it'll last forever.
yeah, they do.
Mine says it's sharp. I guess if you eat it, it tastes sharp, Mike.
No, it has
It's just dangerous on your intestines. It has sharp edges.
it has sharp.
Okay.
It's like, I want to say like silica, but it's not silica.
Yeah, it's
it
dangerous on your
actually has
your
filaments
intestines.
in it that will cut your intestines. That's why you don't eat it. That's why they always say remove bay leaves in recipes. Add
Yep.
bay leaves, remove bay leaves before serving.
Right. Right.
And the smell is just so aromatic. It makes your food smell better to me, and it makes your food taste better to me, because we all have our different tastes.
Right.
Yeah. Now, my question to you, D-Mood, is that a Laura bay leaf?
Yes.
It is. It
Okay.
is. But this one is actually from, guess where?
Where?
Jamaica, baby.
Jamaica, from the motherland, from my motherland.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
So there are native bay leaves here, in the south for sure. I don't know how far
They're native to
north
warm.
to go.
They're native to warm climate.
There's two different ones, Sweet Bay and Red Bay, that
Yeah.
are native here, and they're everywhere. If you know them when you see them, if I'm out in the forest and I know where I am and I know that it hasn't been sprayed, I'm always collecting bay leaves. Because if you know what you know, you know what you know. But yeah, that's one thing that you can forage easily because they're native. But there is a disease that they're very susceptible to. It's the same disease. They're in the same family as avocados. So it would behoove you to to collect and have as much bay leaf on hand as you can, because if they don't get control of that disease, they may get wiped out.
Yeah. It's just like anything else.
Well, mine out here on my deck is growing like crazy now that I moved it upstairs. Because I had it downstairs in the lower garden, and I would forget about it. It was sitting as you walk into the garden. I wasn't paying it any attention. Started looking a little crazy, so I brought it up here and put it in a grow bag. And it is not a grow bag, but in a 7-gallon bucket, and it is having a field day, growing every day.
mm.
And Mona, yes, I have not forgotten that you want to cut in as well. So I'll make sure you get your cutting.
So,
And it's
Mona,
So what's his name? So
how many zucchini seeds you get, Mona?
We're not gonna count.
So let me ask a question real quick. Shanti G said Bailey's bring prosperity. So I'm like, explain that, because I've never heard that before. I'm always about prosperity. So let me know.
I don't know about bay leaves and prosperity.
Yeah, I saw she put something in the chat, said Bailey brings prosperity to your home. I was like, okay.
But
Never
bay
heard
leaves
about
are
that.
very aromatic. It's probably another one of those herbs that you could use to as an incense.
Yeah, you can burn it. You can burn it in your house to give your house an aromatic smell. I've never done it, but I know back home people do that. And even in India, people in India burn bay leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have personally not done it, but I've seen people do it.
I've not burned bay leaves, but I burn a lot of stuff. because I just like to burn stuff.
Oh, you do.
Okay, okay, all right, I got you.
Because this is a joke, people. What was the profession of the wise men?
Frankincense and myrrh. They were dealing in herbs.
They were firemen. They came from a fire in the east.
Okay.
He was trying to make it be legit.
Okay,
They came
Felicia,
from
good
fire in
All
the
thing.
right.
east.
Yeah.
They were firemen.
Well, on that with 15-minute countdown. Yeah, because I'm getting sleepy and yeah.
Well, hey, Miss Mona, I really appreciate your invite. I think you had sent me one before, but I don't hit my Gmail a lot. So now that I got it linked to my regular email, it came in today, and I was like, oh, what's going on? That you see how quick I responded back to you.
Yes,
I was like,
that was
okay,
nice.
sure. And so when the reason why I was late was literally I had just woke up, and my wife was like, hey, Sifton sent you a thing. You gonna get on or what? Oh, yeah. So she keeps me
that was
straight.
nice.
Yeah, she just came down here. She did, how when y'all getting ready for bed, I'm like, what you doing, girl? She got the pixie tail, her little scarf hat, her mask. I'm like, this is the woman that I've been attached to for 32 years, God.
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa, that's great.
Congratulations.
She came to ask me, so I see you got like 5 other women with you tonight. You gonna come to give me some time? I'm okay. I'm coming.
See ya.
What? What?
Hey,
What?
she know I'm good for it.
Oh.
Are we burning white sage? I got some seeds. Let me know how it's working out. Burning white sage.
Who's got white?
You got
sage
white
seeds?
sage.
I have sage. I don't know if it's white sage. I have sage.
I keep
And
saying
mine,
my
I do cuttings. I've never seen a sage seed. I don't know what a sage seed look like.
I've grown sage from seed, but that's culinary sage. I don't have white sage. White sage is a totally different plant.
Literally, I have never seen a sage seed, and I've been growing sage for a long time. I've never seen my plant go to seed, so I don't know.
Mine is going seed now.
I've seen it flower. It has like a little, like a yellowish flower on it.
Really? Okay.
You sound muffled, Duval, or you gotta come back to your mic.
She's got some feedback going on.
Okay.
So sage is a perennial. My sage,
Yeah.
it dies back in the winter and comes back, in the spring. So it's 2 years old. It is a perennial. But some people burn sage to keep ward off the evil spirits and whatever.
And that is exactly how mine is. My sage plant, I've had it for 10 years.
I've got a container variety sage, and it doesn't actually die back. It just kind of sits there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine doesn't really die back here in Alabama. It just kind of sits there, and then in the spring it grows a little bit. A little
Oh,
bit.
Jane Doe, look at what she says. The belief of placing bay leaves in your water a person's thought is thought to bring financial abundance and good fortune. That's the leaves act as a magnet for wealth.
Okay, that will be going in my wallet.
I'm gonna put my whole
Look,
thing in
I'm
my
like,
wallet.
let me go get some bay leaf. Look, ain't no money going in my closet. Let me see if I put something in my wallet.
I'm gonna get my whole plant carried around.
Well, you know what? I literally almost destroyed my bay leaf. I left it out last year because I was like, I'm not bringing it because I normally bring everything into my garage. I left it, and it didn't, because it didn't get as cold. The temperature did drop, and I was like, it was still green. But what happened was there was green, but the new tips were all burnt off.
Oh.
So what I had to do was I literally had to cut it completely down, and then it came back with a vengeance. So I will not leave it outside again. It's coming inside.
Mine is staying outside. I don't care rain, snow, sleep. It's staying outside now. You can act crazy if you want to, but I'm not bringing them bugs in my house. but it's been outside. It's been enduring the weather. It did
It
get
should
some
do
freezer
fine,
burn.
Georgia.
Yeah, but it's an evergreen, right?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
So
it should do fine in Georgia because they're native here.
yeah.
Not in Virginia. Not with my weather.
Oh, now
Yeah.
Virginia, you look
I
crazy.
just cover mine up. I use frost protection covers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're native here. They should be able to handle it a little bit. I can
There
say
you
that
go,
since
Coach
I brought
Granny.
the big thing of not sage, but since I brought the big thing of bay leaves, that it has attracted money to my house, but it also has attracted bills.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
To go along with the money, so okay. I might be getting sleepy.
Yeah, it's okay.
No. All right. So, D-Move, I'm gonna give you a chance to say goodbye. We down to 9 minutes. So
Well, folks, it's been a pleasure. I don't know if any of y'all have looked at any type of what do you call it, cryptocurrency. Look at some cryptocurrency. That's the wave of the future. I tell you what, I make some good money from it, sitting at my house, just playing on my computer, make a few extra dollars, just dibbling and dabbling. So keep that in your under your hat. Look at it, because everything we're trying to do in this world of ours is we trying to go paperless, and we trying to use cyber. So that's gonna be our future, is crypto money. And with that, my friends, I bid you all a good night, and it was a pleasure hanging out with you all for 2 hours. And we'll do it again.
We enjoyed you so much. Thank you. And is that what the
Thank
stock
you.
market? That's the stock market, right?
Yes, thank you.
It's
Thank you.
actually not the stock market.
It's not the stock
um,
market. It's
It's not the
separate.
stock market. Well, let me rephrase that. They have just put two on the market, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. But there are so many other coins, and just get an understanding of what it is. You don't necessarily have to do it, but you get an understanding of it. Because if you go into like here where I'm at in supermarkets now, they're accepting Bitcoin
Oh, okay.
as payment. So if they're doing it already, slowly but surely, it coming. You might want to fight it, but it's a coming.
You're so loaded with so much information. We're gonna have to have you back, because you know what? I don't want you to come back 2 months from now and I have all this information that you hadn't shared. So
Hey, just do like Mona do. Just send me an invite on the Gmail thing, and I'll just come up on your live and we'll chit chat.
okay. You watch
All right,
your
ladies,
email,
have a
okay?
good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
You know,
And Miss Robin,
Yes.
we want to know about your channel before we go. We got 1 minute.
Add a little glam and let's continue to grow together. Check out my videos. Come see me 9:00 p.m. on Thursday nights.
Do you show how to do tinctures on your videos?
Yeah, I've done infusions on my video. I did lip scrubs a couple weeks ago. I did rose water, rose oil. I'll do a tincture this week. I'll do a
Okay, well,
tincture this week.
everybody get over there. She'll be doing a tincture this week, maybe a community post to announce that.
Yep,
When you
I'll do that. Yep,
So we all can head over there and learn how to do tinctures while it's freshly on our minds.
yep. We'll do a tincture. What y'all want me to tincture? Which is there a specific herb y'all want to do? Some herb you maybe want to learn about? I think I'm trying to think what's on my live this week. Last week I did the top 10 herbs.
Do lemongrass.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do lemongrass.
okay.
We'll tincture some lemongrass, and I actually have some already infusing too. But I'll do it. I'll do it live with you because I
Okay.
have some rolls.
Do that announcement so everybody can know when you're ready.
Most welcome.
Yep. So Thursday,
you.
9 p.m. on the Glamour Planner. We'll tincture lemongrass.
Reminder of our way of community posts.
You see, Marina's
And Duval, your exit.
right. I am Duval City Girl Gardener, and I do all sorts of videos, gardening, just relaxing, enjoying life. Um, just showing my garden, what I have growing in my garden. I don't have an actual day that I actually go live or anything yet, but just stop by and look at some of my videos and enjoy some of my music I have going on. I post at least twice
Good
a
night,
week.
Birdie.
Good night, Birdie.
Good night, Birdie.
Miss Peachnut.
Georgia Peach Nut here. I try to put up at least 3 to 4 videos a week. Sometimes I'm not as on point because life be life, but I just show you my way of gardening. I grow mainly in 30-gallon grow bags. I show you that it's possible. I grow fruit trees in there as well as vegetables and herbs and fruit bushes. So I'm just out there with the bees and insects and dirt and animals and in the heat or in the cold, showing you how to protect your plants in the heat, showing you how I protect my plants in the cold and from the
Good
insects.
night, Renee.
My garden is not Better Homes and Garden, but it works for me. And I am growing some food, and I just ask that you come along and just enjoy the journey. If you have any questions, I try to get to all the questions that's asked. And just enjoy life and want you to be healthy and grow your own food so you don't have to come in my garden and ask me for mine.
Good night, Jane Doe.
Good night, Jane
Miss
Doe.
Felicia.
Here she go.
That's all I got.
What'd you say?
That's all I got.
Good night, D Mood. Good night, Mike's Chaotic
Good night,
Gardening.
Jessica. Night, Mike.
Miss Marla, tell us about you, baby.
Look,
Good night.
I'm
Good night.
some soil and
Everybody.
more, and I'm here, just chilling and enjoying life. And I'm glad each and every one of you that came by and said hello. And I forgot to say in the beginning of all those of you, if you made it this far, that came in on my replay game, people, leave a thumbs up and a comment, and I'll leave a heart and let you know that I saw you. It might be 2-3 weeks later, but I still will respond. Don't look for immediate response. But I want to thank you all for coming, and this was a pretty good live. But on this note, we're gonna go out like this.
We're gonna hope to have. I'll see you guys Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Felicia.
Yes, and we're gonna see Felicia tomorrow night at
Maybe.
11 Eastern. No, 11 Central, 12 Eastern tomorrow.
Yes, and hopefully
maybe.
D-Move can come back to my channel on Tuesday if he's still here.
On Tuesday, you want him to come Tuesday?
I want him to come Tuesday night so that we can
Oh,
talk.
because I
more about
invited
all these
someone
things.
else on Tuesday night.
Oh, well,
but,
that's fine. You got somebody else. We'll get it when we get it.
Thanks for
Okay.
catching the replay, The Haven.
Okay.
Hey, The Haven.
It takes patience to be in the garden.
Uh-oh.
Marinate.
She is here. You got a little music on. You're gonna bounce us out like that. Really? Go Felicia. Go Felicia. Yeah.